We've got nothing going on, guys. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I'll tell you what, let me know if I'm there, guys, because we've had some real issues this morning. Whew, got the camera going. But let me know, guys. Let me know if you're there. Woo! Everything else is fine. Everything else is fine. D. Scott, hi, guys. We should start talking bets as to when Stevie will get things up and running. I'm here, mate. I'm here. D. Scott, do me a favor. Is the sound good? Let me know if the sound is good. I've got sound here, but I want to know if we're good. Somebody tell me. Hey, there we go. Hey, tell me about the sound. Let me know if the sound is okay. I've got sound in front of me. Brilliant. Oh, what a bloody heart attack. I'll tell you what. I'll share this with you. I got some omens. This happened really, really, really early. I've got some omens. Woo! Pickle kisser, brother. How you doing, my man? In your house, in the house. I tell you, you have no idea, guys, honestly. I know I said it a few times, but I love seeing you guys every time. And one time we're going to have to maybe get a meetup going somewhere. We're all just going to meet up somewhere. But I love doing this. I love seeing you guys. Really, I do. Grims, how you doing, son? Grim plays. Got to say it right. As I told you about FIFA, when you announce World Cup games, you got to get the names right. Got to get the names. Chris Gavin in the house. How you doing, Chris, brother? How you doing? This is going to be awesome. Do you know that it is 5:05 where I am, and I've been up since 3:45? Yeah, I'm a trooper. I'm a trooper. Free Pug Show in the house. Good morning to you. 4:30 on the coast, is it? No, it's what? 3:45, 2:45. It would have been on the coast. So I was up at 3:45. Grim is fine, Steve. Lovely, 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 lovely. Look, I tell you what, let's get into their starting lineups. I've got them right in front of me. So that's the goalkeeper, Zetterström, the Swede, the big Swede. He's in the house. He's starting up. So there you go. Back line, Forsyth, Clark, Agyemang. Agyemang is in the poster. If you go to some of the websites, Agyemang is actually the big poster boy. So big US international. I'm glad to see he's getting started because he's only had 2 starts this year. So nice for him. Number 7, Mr. Agyemang, USA. Morris in the middle. Wyman, the Austrian. I tell you, he's industrial, very artistic. He can make the plays happen. He's got a great brain. Remember him from Aston Villa? Think back now, a few years ago. Aston Villa. Wyman, the Austrian. Big, big number for Austria. Then you got Brett and Diaz, who doesn't know him. Travis is the captain, obviously, and Sanderson and Adams. Now, talking about the Red Devils, going back to the stream, just so I want to see someone coming in. Right, going back to the Red Devils. Arthur Okonkwo, Brunty starting. Hyam in the middle. Yes, come on, Dominic. Come on, Dominic. Maxi Kluth. Then we've got Kabori. Yes, Sheaf in the middle. O'Brien's sort of in the middle too. Dobson as well. George is in there. He had a good game last game. He had a good game. So hopefully he has another good game. And Ryan Longman. So we got speed on the wings and we got Windass and Moore up front. So Mr. Broadhead is sitting. So let's get rid of that because, no, we'll keep that. Let's go back to that. Excuse me. You obviously caught up with the results yesterday, guys, yeah? West Brom, Leicester. I was tracking that. Free Pug Show says, I didn't think Brunt would start. I've got to tell you, I've got to sit right there. We go. I'm right in the middle. Ooh, I tell you, man, oh man, oh man. Free Pug Show says, I don't think Brunt would start, but he has looked really good last few games. Excuse me. You're right, mate. CP Marks, boom, in the house. How you doing, son? How you doing? Sound is good. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Couple of omens. This was literally 30 minutes ago. I'm going to share this with you, like I share everything. The first omen. Now, I don't remember who it was who said this. So if you're listening right now, tell me who it was because I know you were there last week, and I'll give it a couple of minutes. I'll do this again, but the first omen was regarding the clock. You see, it's ticking, yeah. Last week it wasn't ticking, right? So I think it was. Is either OG Experience or Grim Plays. Somebody said that the clock had stopped. And what happened last week? We went on to win 3-1, yeah? And we literally give yourself a pat on the back as well. And your class, because not one person stormed into the chat when we went 1 down and was really in a pissy mood. That's class. That's patience. Like the season, it's long. You got to have that, right? It's like life. It's a big, long game. You got to keep your nerve. So, just saying. In the chat last week, you were phenomenal with the class, and when we went 3-1 up, it was just like a party, man. It was just like a bloody party. Let's hopefully that's the one omen, the clock. Okay, so it's ticking. The second one is it happened, and like this is talking. Sometimes you think something and you do it, and it's hand-eye coordination. And this was like, as I'm upstairs having a big slice of toast and a big power drink, and I see the garbage can, and like my mind's like, and I'm looking at the garbage can, and I got a piece of garbage in my hand, and I'm looking at the garbage can, and I'm like, looked away, and I threw it. And before I stopped throwing, before I threw it, I memorized this tin can, which was in the garbage can. And where did the garbage that I threw end up? In the garbage can, but right in that tin. Omen. It's an omen. So something's going in. So there you go. Phil J. Weston's in the house. Hi, brethren. How you doing, my brother? Here we go again. Come on the town. Come on, you Reds. Up the super town. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. How you, Phil? Big up from Grim Plays. I tell you. What's the mood like down there, Phil? You're on the scene, are you? But yeah. So there's a couple of omens. And I tell you what, before we were coming on, no, finish with that? Okay. We'll put that over there. And before that, I'm literally in the studio an hour before, got everything set up, everything's beautiful. And like 2 minutes before, Di Humphreys, good morning, my friend. How you doing, fella? How you doing? Able to watch this one. So if I'm in front, I'll try not to post any spoilers. Oh, there you go. Hey, you know what? If they were really, really good spoilers and we were like in a dire situation, Di, and we've got maybe a second on the clock, and we're all biting our faces off, also our nails, and you came up with one of those positives, I'm sure we'd be like, oh, that's all right, Di. In those circumstances, totally on side. But you never know. But anyway, we've got like, 19 minutes to go. What are you thinking of the games, guys? What are you thinking for today? What are you thinking? How are you feeling about the mood for the day? Free Pug Show says, I have a good feeling about today. What about that, man? Must be living in the wild, wild west. Bang. Comes back real quick. Di Humphreys, big kisses, smileys, lovely. Yes. I tell you, I'm feeling good about it. And I'm not being arrogant about Derby. Listen, Derby's out on that field. Sorry. There are people out there that will remind me not to call the pitch a field. Moo. Hey, growing up as a kid, mate, I played on a bloody field. We didn't have proper football fields. They were on a field. My first field as a kid, I'm not kidding you, was literally up a hill. We played up a hill. I'm not kidding you. And I know there's a lot of guys that didn't even have boots and were playing in the snow and against the wind as well. I obviously didn't, no. But you know what I'm saying? I'm here for a laugh. D. Scott says, I'm calling for a 3-1 for Wrexham. Pickle Kiss the 3-0. Chris Calvin, Wrexham 3 goals. Not sure how many Derby get, but a win for us. Yeah, Free Puck Shows, 4-1. Hey, listen, there's a lot of 3-goal bridges there. So, you know what? I called 2-0 straight away. And being respectful, you got to think that Derby might get a goal because on the average, they're 8 shots on net, 3 on target. Where have you heard that before? The pre-game. So, go, can't you tell I'm in for a good mood? I am finishing off last week, and I'm starting it right now. I'm going straight from 3-1 up into this Derby game. That's the wave I've been waving and driving and living on all week long. I tell you, seriously, that away win last week and second of the season, yeah, Millwall 2-0. Oddly enough, 2-0 wins, yeah, on the road. But that win last week, like I say, we all kept our nerve and everybody was cool, and then it turned into a bloody party, yeah. But that win last week, man, oh man, that got me on a buzz all week long, and I never came down. And it's 4 a.m, you know, like when I'm starting to get ready now. It's 5 a.m, 5:13, and it's 4:13 on the coast. It's early in the morning. Doesn't matter what time, does it? I am buzzing. I'm literally buzzing, seriously, for this game. I'm so excited for this game. I hope you are too. Grimplay says, I think we'll lose last game, but we'll be fine if we play well. And we won. So I'm going to say we lose again, but it'll be okay as long as we play well. Beautiful. Now, you know what? Someone else was laying $5 bets last week. I can't remember. It was Kent. I think Kent Gulliford was laying $5 bets last week. And it was against Wrexham. It's like $5 on the opponent to win. So if Kent's out there, another $5 donated would be very well received. Hey, yesterday, West Brom 1-1 with Leicester, yeah? West Brom, as they were winning 1-0 right to the end, and it was 90+3 when Leicester City equalised off a corner, sort of. It was a melee and then a corner, yeah? And then a melee after that. And Leicester scored 90 minutes +3. West Brom was sitting second while they were winning, and they slipped down to 6 with that goal. Yeah. Can you imagine how gutted West Brom would have been yesterday? And that's off the back of 2 losses. Yeah. Into the plays. Got to start reading. Phil J. Weston, get a bit closer. 3-2. Oh, yeah. You know, what an exciting game that would be, eh? 3-2. Bloody hell. Yes, please. Absolutely exciting. Back into the chat. D. Scott says, D. Scott 6629, please. Thank you. Says, I said, I think we'll lose last game, but we'll be fine. We'll play well. And we won. As I'm going to say, we'll lose again, but I think we'll be okay. Boom. Di Humphrey says, my dad played a match for Conan's Key Nomads. Really? In his wellies? Lovely. Yeah, you know what? I remember a few coaches on the side of that field that were wearing wellies. Yeah, man, the mud. We used to go home clotted, head to toe in mud. Nothing wrong with that. Kids today, they would, you know what? They say kids today wouldn't do it. Yes, they would. If they were throwing themselves in the mud like we used to do, they'd love it. They'd get into it. And then you get like clots of mud on your hand and on your boots, and you're scraping the mud off your boot. And you make a little ball. And then you're looking at some guy that's been giving you shit all game. You're like that. And you throw a mud pat right at him. And you keep walking the other way as if it wasn't you, yeah? Hey, I've lived a great life with this football. Tea time. Got to cough that little frog out my throat. There you go. So, wellies, way to go, Di. That's beautiful. Grim Play says, hopefully the goalkeeping coaches and defence coaches have been hard at it with our defence and AO. Everything else is clicking fine. Absolutely. Arthur's kicking. I know there's a few people out there that love Arthur's kicking, so Arthur's got to get the kicking going, right? Hey, wait a minute. Just a second, guys. Now you're going to see me in real Technicolor because there was a light facing the wrong way. That's why I was a little bit dark on one side. Got to get it right. Hope you don't mind. Oh, yes, and still got my jammies on. I definitely do because it's early in the morning. Yeah, and these are comfy. They're so soft on the skin. They're lovely. Anyway, back into the chat. We've got, 13 minutes to kick off. I'm saying 2-0. I see 3. I can see Derby getting close, yeah, with the 8-3 ratio, 8 shots, 3 on target per average on the match. But I think we're coming into a wave, and I think we're coming into some form right now, guys. And you've got to say, we've all watched this grow. Not the last 3 years, but the last 6 games. We've watched it grow. And we also saw a very interesting preseason. I want a home preseason next year. I want to invite some of the big Premier League clubs to play at the equalizes. What do you think about that? That's what I would be promoting right now. Michael Williamson, my friend, get on that. Get a big Premier League or a couple of big Premier League clubs into the equalizes racecourse ground next off-season. Bring in Barcelona, Real Madrid, Inter Milan, Bayern München, Paris Saint-Germain. They'll come. They will come. They will come. It's like build it and they will come. Look, they built it and we came. What Ryan and Rob have built, hey, boom. They can attract anything to this club. So the future, hey, all we got to do is stay a reasonably sound club in the Championship. And that's all I'm saying because I'm not tempting fate. But stay in the Championship for now and we can attract anybody. Anybody. Literally anybody. There's nobody that doesn't want to come here. Look at the players we picked up. Excuse me. There you go. So back into the chat. You guys are awesome. We've got loads of time today. I'll give you the lineups again, guys, in a couple of minutes, just in case you're jumping in. We've already done the lineups, but no problem. Right, bring that down. Pickle Kiss says, I need to make a sound bite of you screaming, "Get in there, get in there, get in there," for my phone ringtone whenever my boss calls me for being late to work. Yes, mate, yes. I tell you what, if you give me an email, fifascup@gmail.com, yeah? FIFASCUP@gmail.com. Email that. I'll cut you a portion where all you got to do is download the sound, okay? I might even be able to download the sound for you. So leave it with me, email me, and I'll get back at you. All right, bang on, bang on. But yeah, read that again. This is Pickle Kisser, guys, one of the family. I need to make a soundbite of you screaming, "Get in there, get in there, get in there." If you got your phone going this game, you probably will. And mate, I tell you, I was getting in there. Totally. And yeah, for your phone, that's hilarious. That's beautiful. That is excellent. Excellent. Yes. Get in there. Phil J. Weston, when we beat Charlton to get promoted again last season, my grandson ran on the pitch at the end and took a little piece of the turf off the pitch. He keeps it in a sandwich box under his bed. Whoa. Yes. Do you know what I would do? That's just what my brain says. You know, I'm a sci-fi kind of fan as well. I just thought I'd throw that in there. But that little piece of grass, I think I'd have, because I got a greenhouse, not massive, but a nice greenhouse. Built it myself, actually. And I would put a little bit of turf in there and like transplant a little bit of turf to it and keep transplanting. And I would make a little turf in front of the house or whatever where you're living and make some more turf out of it and just kid to myself that it's all from the hallowed turf at equalizes. That's what I'd be saying. Anyway, that's my crazy brain. Call me a romantic. I am. Absolutely. 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 That is awesome. Get in there as well. Grim plays. As we did with Sargent last week, we should do the same with Morris. 100%. 100%. Hey, I tell you what, give him a chance. It's going in. You know, he can finish. Arthur could be he could be in for a decent game today. He's going to get tested on the fine side. He's not going to get the direct shot right down low, no powered. Morris is like looking to pick his spot. So if he's, example, Josh Windus last weekend, that beautiful goal he scores. When he starts waltzing down the side, yeah, and he picks his spot, and you know, because like you're watching him come around the corner of the box. He's got the defense flatlined in front of him. There's a few people moving left or right, and it just parted for him where the far post was, and he curls that puppy in there, yeah? You saw that lining itself up as he's coming around. Give me some of that. Give me some of that, absolutely. Give me some of that. But as we did with Sargent, yeah, Morris, he's dangerous. He's dangerous. Di Humphries, coming you Reds 3-1. There you go. See, everybody's in a look, you're all respectful and you're all cautious and you play poker pretty good when you're laying your bets or you're saying, this is what I think it's going to be. Because no one wants to just run off with a crazy number, yeah? Would be lovely. But everybody this time around is literally saying, hey, you know what? We're in this. It's going to be big. And I think you're going to be on the money. Excuse me. So the other games, you've got all the other games too. I will just remind you, if you didn't, that we did have lineups. Just one more time, if someone's just joining in, lineup for our guys: Okonkwo, Arthur's in net, Lewis Brunt, Hyam, Cleworth in defence, in midfield, Kabore, nice speed, Sheaf, sensible play, O'Brien, very, very clever, very hard-working as well. Reminds me about Ollie Rathbone, Dobson, Longman, and up front, Windhouse and more. And if you're looking for Derby County, because we have to be good, because we may have some Rams fans with us. Zetterström, the Swede, is in goal. Forsyth, Clark, Aubameyang, Morris, come back to Aubameyang, Weimann, Johnson, Brereton, Diaz, Travis is the captain, and Sanderson, Adams. Just 1 point. Aubameyang, the big American player. I think he's played 15 games for the US, somewhere in there. I look for more. He seems to be a lethargic, sort of smooth operator. Doesn't look like he's fighting all the time. It looks very sort of like a thoroughbred racehorse. When they run their race, there's a certain look to a thoroughbred. He's got that look. Yeah, he's got that look. He's not like a boxer with a glass jaw. He's solid. So he may not be settling here, and he might not be where he should be, but hey, Derby's not a bad team, not a bad club, totally not a bad club. Lovely club with great history, absolutely. I go back to the days with Brian Clough when he was there in my history books, not as really knowing him coaching at the time. The earliest I knew Brian Clough really was Nottingham Forest, 77, 78, somewhere in there. Great football back then. Unbelievable. This is magic, what we got right now. This is magic. It's in a different kind of game. Football now is different compared to what we had back then. We've got 6 minutes to kick off, guys. But no, football nowadays is a totally different game. And it really is. And I mean, I'm young at heart. I really am. And I like change as well, where it's necessary. I don't like Infantino because I think he changes football too much. And he's changed football too much, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And hopefully I am. But I've got to say, football's different now than when it was when I was a kid. It's different now than, say, at least 30 years ago. Say 30 years ago, it's a different game just because of the rules and the way it's played. You make a rule, you change the flow of the game. Every time you make a rule, you're changing how this game is played. We play a very static style of football nowadays. And you can ask all the senior in the crowd, all the senior crowd right now, or the senior crowd will tell you that it was more kick and rush back then. And it was more exciting. And there were more nasty tackles flying. And people really got kicked in the nuts, kicked up the arse, punched in the face. And a lot of it, the referee is like, he's watching it and he's like, okay, all right, keep it under control. And he wouldn't bring out a yellow card. They wouldn't. There's games way back in time. I'm thinking about the 1970s. I was just a kid. The 1970s, there were guys that used to have a punch-up on the field. I remember a few finals at Wembley. The likes of Keegan, the likes of Bremner, having punch-ups on the final. But different game today. Now it's more speed. There's a lot more athleticism. The guys are a lot bigger on average. And it's a different game. But it's still the beautiful game, and that's the main thing. It's still irreplaceable, no matter what. So all of the senior crew and all of the young guys, you're all watching the same now. But for the younger guys, I'd say you need to go back in time and watch some of that old football. Go back and watch a 1970s FA Cup final. Doesn't matter who. Go earlier, in the 60s as well. You'll see some tackles flying and some real boom. Now, talking about into the chats, Steve, good morning, my friend. How you doing? How you doing? Just in the house. We have got 4 minutes to the game. And just give me a second here, guys. Just got to do one thing. There it is. That's what I need. There we go. Bringing you up right now. So Steve says, good lineup that today. Brunt was awesome midweek. Yes. He's playing for his place. He feels threatened, and rightly so. I think Brunty's been very popular on the field with all the players, very popular with us because of performances. He's come in and he's done a job every time. He's Mr. Safe, Mr. Reliable. He gets it done. He has been caught out a few times when he first came on the scene. He was caught out of position a few times, open on the left near the corner a few times. Since then, it hasn't happened. But yes, good lineup today. Brunty was awesome midweek against Reading, but was on right side and not left side as today, but deserves his start. Another 3 points, hopefully. Come on, the town. Well done, Steve. Well done, Steve. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. But yes, the game is coming up. And let's get on that screen. I might look a little purple right now. There we go. Watching right now. I was watching earlier. Derby were on the field really early. Training. And right now, everybody's on the field. As you can see, guys are lining up. I'm really buzzing for this one. This is going to be a top game, guys. I tell you, get yourselves ready, whether you got the beer, the Shiraz. You might be on the Shiraz already. You never know. I mean, you're up first. See, I remember. Excuse me. Right. We are in the right place, babies. Nice and bright. And go full screen, Stevie. There we go. Lovely. Just lining things up here, guys. Just give me a second as we do. Just need to get things a little brighter. That's better. There we go. And like I said this morning, we had major technical problems. Had no mics and no screen going. And you guys are in the chat going, where the hell is he? We're going to take bets on if this guy gets his ass in gear today. And yes, I am here. I am here. Totally here, waiting for it. And I got to say, looks like a nice, crisp day. Get some water in me. Nice, crisp day. I'm going to push the tee off. Here we go. 4-4-2. I doubt it. They got Derby lining up as a 4-4-2. We'll see what happens. I'll pick that formation as soon as it gets going. But lovely day, lovely scenes. George Dobson smelling his uniform. Obviously got some lovely laundry going on. He is just smelling that shirt. It's either that or you don't like the smell of it. George, today, got to be a big game. Got to be a big game. Has to be a big game. So the omen is, the clock wasn't working last week. The omen is, the clock's working now. And I threw a piece of paper in a garbage can. This is the omen for today. Garbage can. I threw a piece of paper. And before I threw it, I saw this can, a tin can, in the garbage can. And I'm like, whack. And I threw it like that. I looked away, went bang. Where did the garbage end up? Obviously in the garbage can. Well, I could have missed. But it went in the can, in the tin can, in the can. So there's the omen for today. Derby wearing blue. I will have to tell you, I've never seen Derby in blue. I don't think I've ever seen Derby in blue. I've seen him in white and I've seen him in grey, but I've never seen him in blue. Kiefer Moore looks really happy. He's having a laugh. He's having a laugh and a joke, mate. I tell you, he is right in there. He's laughing at him. Benny goes, I'm gonna knock a few in on you today, guys. Yeah. Let's go. There's some good love happening in there today. I tell you, we are in for a great game, guys. Let's get ready for it. Let's get ready. Grimplay says, would you believe Arthur Okonga has higher long ball accuracy than Derby goalie? Well, I'll tell you what, this is going to be an interesting game then. Derby into the box. It's in deep. I tell you, don't please put it in there. Thank you very much. Man, oh man, what a weak shot. Agyemang, come on, man. You're right in front of goal. What are you tapping that 5 miles wide for? Put your foot behind it, lash it, down low. You just put a shocking goal in. Look at this opportunity. Are we sleeping? Right. Got to close up quicker than that, Dominic. Come on. First critique against Dom. Look, number 5 in the middle. Got to read that play quicker. Got to read it quicker. Brunty was in the perfect position to block a shot, maybe. But, well, you know what? First warning of the game. Good to have it. Good to have it. A nice warning is a good warning. So there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, ball's long. Go. Okay, ball's long. Over the top. Let's see what comes down. A little bit of a simulation dive there. Nothing happening. Again, nice little tap off by Agyemang. Wrexham in control of the game. Nice play. Issa now brings it down. Going right side. Needs to be deep. Issa, let's go. Come on. So news about the stand, hey? Great news about the stand. The cop is getting built towards the end of the month, and it'll be finished 2026, 2027. So that's good news. It's going to be lovely. Mixed reviews. What do you think about the cop being brick? Are you in favor of a brick cop, or would you rather see that the cop was the same style aluminum custom build? What do you think? And also the corners. Should they fill the corners in? Those are talking points coming back from you guys. So there's some things to think about. Derby now, down the left side. Out for the throw. Derby looking quite relaxed at the moment. They don't look overawed. They were out early on the field, and that's pretty smart from their coach. Get him out on the field. Agyemang now on the edge of the box. Doesn't keep control. Gets it back. Gives a foul. I think we need to watch him. And Morris as well. He would be another one to keep your eye on too. 2:15 gone so far. Referee Tom Neild, average of 6 yellow cards per game. And red cards, get this. The stats for his red cards, he doesn't like giving red cards out, is 0.05. Kiefer up, wins the duel. Beautiful. On again. Ball over the top. Derby now coming into Wrexham territory as a duel now on the right side. Goes out for a throw. No, well kept in. Does go out for the throw. Wrexham ball. Derby look up for it. Morris there. First couple of touches. Keep an eye on Morris. He's going to be deadly. Give him a chance. It's going to be close or it's going in. So the warning signs are there. Let's not have this be a West Brom. Got to keep our heads on it. 2-0 would be a really good scoreline. 3-0 would be emphatic. It's all about how we get to half-time and how we build in the game. But I'll tell you what, the signs are there. We're in a game. We're in a game. And we're getting used to this level, right? And isn't it nice to get comfortable with the championship level? That shows how the team has gelled and the quality. Think about the quality with Wrexham right now. We've got great quality on this team. Derby now on the left side. Tic-tac-toe in defence. Not really going anywhere. Time on the ball, though, builds confidence. They're coming into the game in their own. Good morning, everybody. OG Experience in the house. Afternoon, my friend. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Keep you in tune with scores on the doors as they happen. Derby now. Love this left side. They've come to play on the left side heavily. The triangle is in position for Derby down the left side. But like I say, Derby were out. Early, and I think they're looking comfortable. And that's what it does for you. Get out on that field even before the fans are in the stands. Derby were training on the field, and if you're looking right now, they were in the half to the right. Derby now left side, looking dangerous, threatening. Cross comes in, well blocked. Should be a free kick coming up for Wrexham, and it is. Derby fans raising the noise. Abusing the referee. What the hell are you doing? Excuse me. Tom Nidal's going to be busy. He is going to be busy. The Derby have come out and literally they started well. It's great to see a great number of young kids out there today. Got a nice bit of sunlight coming out. That's just what we need. That's just what we need. Now, get on the ball, pass it around, spread ourselves out, get in position, and get things going. Issa now on the ball. Loses possession. No, he doesn't. Goes past. That's the fight for you. Wow. Speed and power. Great tackle. Speed and power. I'm going to have a bit of a guzzler here. Got a frog in my throat. It just won't go away, right? Issa now on the line, doing well. Should be a free kick, really. Harry Picard in the house from Alabama. Hello, everyone. Hi, y'all. Boom. Derby have had a lot of possession so far. We need to get on the ball and start dominating your day because right now Derby is starting to show signs of dominating the day. The early signs here right now that I'm picking up on are that close them down, get on the ball and spread out. Right now, pushing forward now, left side. Keeping possession. Ball comes in. Nice cross. Going nowhere. Keeper takes it. Well done. Well done in net. One second, guys. I've got a feeling Zetterstrom might be busy today. Let's let the game take shape. We've only got 6 minutes in, but signs for Derby, very good. That is a very dangerous card, I tell you what. Dangerous. Referee got a decision to make here. Very high. Which way is he going? Oh, he's got the yellow out. So there's the red. Anybody thinking that he was dead? Bringing the yellow. Let's see the replay. I tell you what, the look on the player's face when it happened, he looked guilty. It's a yellow card right now. Getting a warning, firm warning. I tell you what. Tom Neild is being very lenient there. Let's take a close look now before we make a final close. Watch the straight leg. There you go. Yes, man. That is definitely in the books. Red card. Red card land. Lucky we don't have VAR. That's red card land. That's why I say when Louis O'Brien hit him and looked at the ref, I'm sure Lewis O'Brien was thinking, oh, no, I'm going. So, yeah, definitely yellow. Very lucky that the referee didn't have a better angle on that, and also the linesman. But we got lucky there, guys. We really got lucky there. I tell you, we got very, very lucky. Very lucky. Very, very lucky. Tough challenge, but it happens. Now, does that do him in? Is he done for the day? I tell you what, Adams looks in some distress. But is he done? But I tell you what, we got lucky there. We got lucky. Would it be the other way around? We'd be saying, well, we'd be paying for blood. We'd be paying for blood. Hey, incidentally, the Blackburn and Ipswich game that was postponed with 10 minutes to go. Oh, he's up and he's hurting. Look at him. Look at him. Let's see. Is that just pain or is that injury? Is that pain or injury? He's favouring the right ankle. Oh, I tell you, yeah, ligaments, man. The way that ankle twisted underneath him. Woo! Maria McConnell, good morning, Maria. How you doing, love? How you doing? But the way his ankle twisted below him, wow. Wow, I tell you. He's lucky to be walking. That could have really been an injury that took him out of the game. I tell you what, nice to see him walking. Nice to see him walking like that. And I tell you what, he's right to be having a go at the fourth official from a derby point of view, I've got to say, be honest. Because, man, oh, man, was he rattled. Bloody hell. Woo! I'm glad to see he's walking. I really am. And I'm glad to see it's just a yellow card too. Okay, free kick coming in. Derby now. Man down. Into the box. Wrexham need to start getting into this game. 10 minutes coming up. The signs are we haven't got control. We need to get into the game. But, yes, count ourselves lucky there, people. And Derby fans, look at them. They want blood. That old fella's pointing at the crowd. Out of the crowd, he's like really pissed off. And that's great. You know why? Because we've got a football match. We've got entertainment. We're not sitting on our hands watching something boring. Ball comes in way over the top. Arthur has nothing to do but to line up the goal kick. But if I was a Derby fan, I'll be quite happy so far. Nothing gained, nothing lost. It's a 0-0 going nowhere. And scoring can still happen. Yes, it so can. It so can. I saw a few white things flying in the air. Didn't think it was snow. It must be something flaking off the roof. Big battle in midfield. Wrexham coming up with the ball now. Just inside our own half. Left side. Just inside our own half still. Coming into the centre. Dominic. Big Dom's on the ball. Slows things down. Let's get the possession going, he says. Let's get on the ball. Let's build something. We need the ball. Let's not give the Blues the ball. Let's keep the ball. Come on, Wrexham, says Maria McConnell. Phil J. Weston, O'Brien. Lucky that wasn't a red card. Absolutely, Phil. Absolutely. Kiefer now spins, turns, takes it in the midfield. Goes to the left side. Beautiful ball. Beautiful ball. Get the cross in now. Come on, put it in. Put it in. Doesn't put it in. In comes a shot. Nice shot. And well taken by the keeper. But I tell you what, Kiefer's every right to go for that. Zetterstrom throws it down, but Kiefer's every right to go in there. And even if he kicks the keeper at the same time, it's just a challenge. Great sign there. Nice little play. Yeah, he has every right to go for this challenge. Every right to go for that rebound. The ball's loose. Bang, in you go. But again, Wrexham lucky we're not 10 on 11 right now. Phil J. Weston in the chat. O'Brien lucky that wasn't a red card. Derby now. Agbiyan coming forward. Ball into the middle. Repelled once more. Dominic Hyam, aerial challenge, wins it again. Big player for Wrexham. Big player for Wrexham. He's going to be Mr. Heading King for us. Remember Ben Tozer back in the National League days where everything that came in, he won? I see the same with Dominic. Now, there's a potential card as well. And the Wrexham fans are like, well, we want a red card. Come on. Ooh. And the referee says, nothing doing, just a yellow. I'll tell you what, I like what Tom Nidal's doing. You know what I said before? The stats of his per game. Average is 6 yellows per game. 0.05 reds. So it's hardly going to see a red from him. He's going to bring the yellow before he brings the red. I think that's the kind of ref you need in a game. Definitely so. Definitely so. Let the player get himself sent off. If the same player, like Clark just got the yellow card, if Clark does it again, bang, then he gets another yellow card. Then effectively he gets the red card. So I think Tom Nidal's doing a great job. The referee's doing fine. Kiefer Moore's down. And Swansea are 1-0 up on Millwall. And that's 13 minutes in. So that's good for Swansea. Not so for Millwall. Come on, you git. If you're listening, your team needs to get it going. He did slide under him. And again, if that was VAR, we probably would have been looking. If this is the Premier League, we probably have 2 red cards right now just because of VAR. Because some guy in the VAR room, the video assistant, and I don't call them referees. It is an R word, but it's not referees. And I won't say what it is. But the VAR room, they waste so much time making a simple call. It's unbelievable. But that would be 2 red cards, potentially, if it was Premier League. And you don't get Premier League players diving in and showing passion like this. Great tic-tac-toe out of defence by Wrexham there into the middle. Another play. Issa won't get that one, though. Derby now. Put them under pressure. They will panic, I tell you now. Get them under pressure. They will panic. Ball over the top now. Great ball. Nothing doing. Wrexham in possession. Maxi Clue takes it calmly. Back to Arthur Okonkwo. Sheaf's down. Is he up again? He's up. Oh, he's got a little twinge. He's got a little twinge. Is that pain or is that injury? It looks like it's just pain. He's walking fine. Sheaf's walking fine on the ball now. Taps it off again. He's fine. Tough lad. Issa now on the left side. Nice spin and turn. Brilliant play the way he gets there. Nice attempt there by Windass to back heel into play. Adams running, walking fine now. Again, lucky not to be injured. Happy not to be injured. And we're lucky not to be a man down. It's all very tight right now. Tic-tac-toeing for both teams. Kiefer now doesn't lay the boot on it. Had the opportunity to go through him. Doesn't do it. Ball now. Back into the chat. Good shot nearly followed up. Die Humphries, get up, Kiefer. Yes, absolutely. Die Humphries again. This is going to be tasty, or this is going to get tasty. I think it is, I think it is. Fernando Villarreal. Hello, my friend. Or should I say, buenas tardes, mi amigo. Ball wide side now. Issa gets it, goes too hard. Oh, just out of play on that beautiful, lush turf here at the Iquiras. Louis Brunt back in the lineup, doing well. Glad to see him there, playing well. Fernando Villarreal says, what's going on with O'Brien? He jumped into a hard tackle against Norwich, which led to a yellow. Yep. Too eager. Play to your strength. If you're not a defensive midfielder, don't do that job. Shadow box. Shadow box and don't fully box. Shadow mark, man mark. Just be a shadow. Put the boot in lightly. But yeah, maybe just too eager to please and be the man. Dangerous ball now. Derby come down the right side, cuts inside, takes the shot, doesn't get the time on the shot. Nice tackle. Wrexham coming up with the ball. Beautiful play. In control, slowing it down and passing off at the right time, using the space available down the right side. Issa now cruising down the right side. Does he get the ball in? Here we go. Beautiful cross. Get on the end of that one. Come on. Could have been 1-0 there. Ball breaks free. Wrexham in possession. Still going. Maxi Clueth now. Where's he going to go with this one? Loads of time. When you threaten Wrexham, they will crumble. Keep threatening. Josh Windass now goes right to Issa. Issa Kabore now. 1-on-1. Does he go by? Crosses. Gets the cross in. Great cross. Goes wide. Dangerous. Still loose. I tell you what, the signs were there. Close to 1-0. Gets into this. The crowd are getting into this now. Everybody's getting into this. Longmen now looking more into the game. Got to go with speed. When they go with speed, they're going to break. Go with speed, tic-tac-toe, and use the width like they're doing right now. George Dobson, wide side. Beautiful ball. Issa Kabore now. Come on, Issa. Take it on. Chip it through, man. Oh, unlucky. Nice idea. Didn't come off. Derby now moving forward now. Coming down the left side. Agimang now 1-on-1 with Maxi Clues. Cuts inside. Passes off. Derby still into possession. Looking to open up. Morris now goes wide. Still in possession. Going to the right side. Nice control by Derby. Choosing another route to try and break through. Cross comes in. Terrible cross. Easily defended. One more time. Wrexham heading out. Not clearly. Haven't defended it completely yet. The second ball won by Derby. Let's go, Wrexham. Let it go right out of play. Beautiful play. Nice play there. Well managed. Nice form to the shape. Not under threat, but let's face it. Derby looking useful with the ball, like they probably will create through the game. Remember, 8 shots, 3 on target. Unfortunately, Kiefer doesn't get on that cross from Issa Kabore. But dangerous challenge and brave challenge by Kiefer. He dives low, could have got kicked in the face, but it's a legal challenge. Into the chats. Fernando Villarreal, hello. No, mate, I'm Aussie. Right on. Okay. Australia-Canada game coming up soon. I'm going to be on that. Get ready for that one. Big foul coming up. Come on, referee. Well done. Tom Nild calls it down. Tom Nild calls it down. We're in Australia. We got a lot of Australian fans on this channel, man. I'll tell you, we really do. Australia-Canada, we're going to be doing a live watch-along for that and a pre-game. And 24th taking on 27, 26. So it's really close. But anyway, nice parry there from the keeps. Zetterström's been busy, like I said he would be. Wrexham now breaking forward. Beautiful ball down the right side now. Windass crosses in. That's a great cross. Someone get on the end of it. You got to gamble. Remember last game, people have got to gamble. Get on the end of that. Byron Bay, nice one. Big up to Byron Bay from Ultimate Soccer and yours truly. Byron Bay on the house, in the house. Here we go. Lovely ball down for Windass. He puts a beautiful cross in. Someone's got to gamble. Remember a few times last game, Windass did the same play and people have to gamble. He also chimped it off the post, remember, and scored 2. Ball coming through. Arthur should be coming. Doesn't come. Hesitates again. Goes back in the net. Missed a safety. George Dolch. Ball on the field. Stop the play. Ball on the field. Stop the play. He's got the ball off. I love this referee. He's doing a great job. Although the ball's on the field and he should slow it down, he's like an old school referee. Just clear the ball off. We're playing the game. Love it. Referee's doing a great job. And you don't hear me lobe the referee all the time. But this one, he's invisible. We're watching the guys. And that's what we want to see as the game. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. We've got a referee on the turf. Beautiful. Wrexham now using the press. Derby are nice and wide. Long plays. Slow it down. But eventually they're going to make a mistake. Zetterström now on the ball. Kiefer's coming to look. O'Brien now chasing down the ball. Does he get there? Tricks inside. Derby in possession. Back to Zetterström. Killing the clock. Taking the sting out of the game. Di Humphries. Ooh, so close. It was. Chris Cavlin feels sorry for Derby goalkeeper. He's looking a bit frantic in the eyes. Yes. Derby goalkeeper. He's looking a bit frantic in the eyes. Yes. Yes, definitely so. Definitely so. Maybe the occasion, the importance of the game, being in the bottom 3. One little thing can make this go from a game looking comfortable to Derby. And if they get a goal in the next 20, you could see them fade away. It's all about confidence. And that's what you're seeing with us. The confidence that we are getting nowadays in our play. It's taken 6 games to get there and £40 million. 13 players, and it's looking like a different team. How many of you are looking at the team right now and find yourself saying, I'm looking at a completely different canvas? It's the same shirt, but there's a lot of new pieces, and I'm still getting used to it. How many of you are still getting used to the new pieces of the puzzle? Must be interesting. We've all got different perceptions on what's going on. Anyway, now, Maxi Cruz down the right side. Issa Kabore. I like what I see with Issa Kabore right from his touch play, and he's thinking, beautiful ball to the left side. Kiefer now picks it up in the middle. That's a great play. Great hold-up play. Free kick coming up, and he's offside, unfortunately. Kiefer's had some of his locks chopped off. The Samson factor. Mr. Short Hair's lost his power, maybe? Kidding. Much in the same way as last week, the game's gone 20 minutes without really anything too big happening. Dangerous time in the game. This is where you can set the tone. Like I say, we're coming into the game far better now, and some of the through plays are absolutely to die for. Absolutely brilliant plays coming off. And remember that goal last week where O'Brien sprays the ball from the left side, Issa Kapuri running down the right wing, crosses one time. Josh Windass gets in the middle and fires it low one time into the back of the net. That's top flight football. Absolutely. Sheaf brings it down. Nice control. Spins, turns, goes the wide side. Left side now. Longman, back up. Brunty over into the middle. Dominic Hyam, nice and poised. Nice and poised. Maxi back to Dom. Dom back to Arthur. Spread it out. Arthur, first touch, not the best. Sometimes his feet are too big for the ball, I think. You could laugh at that if you will. Derby now moving forward. Big challenge coming up. Just missed. You've got to read the play beautifully. Beautifully played. Dominic Hyam reading the play, stopping the danger, keeping us safe. Derby now coming forward. Nice challenge. One more time. Ryan Longman. Strongman. Calamity Jana. Longman Strongman was the nickname. She gave Longman the Longman Strongman nickname. Calamity Jana, one of her own. Fernando Villarreal says, feel we miss a lot of early chances, should be converting. Yes. And that's been on the regular. That's been happening all season long. We haven't connected early on in. Be nice to get one to settle. Ball going out wide, and looks like a goal kick coming up. In fact, it is. Derby getting close. And again, Derby can be quite happy with what they've done so far. As the road team, you're not supposed to come and entertain, but if I was a Derby fan on the road, I'd be quite happy with how things look. Again, yes, a goal can come within a second. Fernando Villarreal, Hyam and Sheaf look classier. Absolutely. I really do like what Dominic Hyam's bringing in the middle of defence. And you've noticed I haven't mentioned CC's name because it ain't worth it. I mean, I don't think he's ever coming back. Ball now, right side. He'll be hard pressed to keep that in. He does keep it in. And he puts it in the danger zone, which is another smart play from Issa Kabore. Well defended one more time. Brunty sees the danger, sees George Dobson running, taps it into place. George gets it. Tic-tac-toeing through the lines. Wrexham looking like Real Madrid right now. Unfortunately, Hyam wastes the play. Windass wastes the play. Crunching tackle coming up. Doesn't stop the man. Arthur's coming through. And an indecisive moment there. Arthur, get back in your net. Gets the ball. Now he's under pressure. Kick the ball, Arthur. Don't piss around. Sorry. But you gotta think, clear the danger. Referee doesn't see anything wrong there. He says, get up, O'Brien. You're faking it. Tell you, this referee's doing a damn good job. Shots on target 2-1 in favour of Wrexham at the moment. But yeah, the referee's doing a great job. He's absolutely got his finger on the spot with this one. Derby now moving it around, recycling the ball left to right. Taking their time. Going to refresh this one and see what we got here for scores for you guys coming through the doors. Derby now into space just in front of the box. Well cleared again by Wrexham. Keep them all now. Fights. Can't beat three men, but gets the ball back again for a big guy. Great dexterity for the big guy. Brilliant play. He's been hounded on the ball. Keeps the ball. Well done, Kiefer Moore. Longman now, left side. Where's he going? Outside, inside. Backs it up, keeps possession. Strongman, Longman on the ball, doesn't lose it. Georgie Dobson now, where's he going? Chips it into the far post, far too long. Easy money for Zetterstrom in net. All that's going to do is give Zetterstrom confidence. That cross has got to come in. Derby now moving it across midfield in their own half, looking to get things going. Here we go now. Derby now moving it left to right. Back in a second. Here we go now. Derby now moving it left to right. Back in a second. Amy Fineza in the house. Excited to see the live video of the game. Filipino fan here. Nice. Filipino fan here of your channel and Wrexham. Shout out to all the Filipinos watching. Yes, shout out to all the Filipinos worldwide, wherever you may be, Remember your roots. Remember where you're from. Lovely Filipino. So big up to Amy Fineza. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Free kick coming up again. Issa dives in, but it doesn't win the free kick. Di Humphries, poor cross. That's got to improve. Absolutely, 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 absolutely. Di on the money, on the money. I think we're not really in the game right now. We're on the edge of it, and it's a very dangerous situation where we got right now because it's a game that we could quite easily, off the back of this free kick, take a goal, and it's looking like Norwich last week. Yeah, 39th minute with the offside goal. Yeah, 39th minute. Last week at Norwich with the offside goal, per se. So we're in the same kind of groove of the game. We've got to master it right now. Arthur on the post looking to get things sorted with the wall. But again, this is a very dangerous position. This could, the way it's playing out, end up as a 1-0 either way. Someone's got to dominate your day. But again, big up to the Filipinos of the world and Amy Fineza. Welcome in. Free kick coming up now. Let's see where they go. Obviously going to be an outswinger. There's a lot of good jibes and vibes in the box between the players now. Ball comes in. Clark puts it in. Great free kick. Dangerous. Well repelled. Comes back in. Derby still in possession on the edge of the box. Kiefer Moore beaten easy. Cross comes in. Dangerous. Someone's got to clear it. Issa Kabori heads it outside the box. Well done, Issa. Pressure now is needed. Wrexham bringing it out. Catching Derby offside in a few positions, but the ball is live. Derby now breaking through. Morris doing very well. Strong, hard to knock off the ball. Croc comes in. Very good collection there. Drops it, flops it, keeps it alive. Okonkwo eventually gets it in his hands. Dangerous moments, dangerous moments. Got to keep it together, guys. Got to keep it together. Another warning for Wrexham. Lucky no one's on the spot to tap that away as Arthur drops it on the floor. Wrexham now fighting for the ball. Free kick coming up against Derby. Sheaf can't believe it. He says lip reading. He's like, what's that for? Anyway, no complaints about the referee. I wouldn't have given a foul either, and that should have been a handball against Derby. Anyway, apparently this new age football, you can throw yourself in front of people and you can win the foul. That used to be called obstruction in the real game back in the day. Anyway, having a laugh at ourselves. Okay. Fernando Villarreal says, Arthur has looked solid from the moment he came to Wrexham. Yes, all of a sudden he looks undecided and possibly low on confidence. Maybe because Danny Ward's there. When Arthur signed from Arsenal, ball coming in now, free kick. Another deep ball. Clark centres. Not a great ball. Derby keep it alive. No one's going for it. Arthur lets it go out. Goal kick. Back into the chat. Low on confidence. Yeah. Maybe because someone needs to tell Buddies to wash his face off there. He's covered in chalk. It must be getting in his eyes. If he starts sweating, that chalk might even not feel good in his eyes. He needs to wash his... Get someone to clean his face off. I would be telling my teammates to go and get his face cleaned off. Anyway, Di Humphries, poor cross, you got it. Fernando Villarreal, born in Manila. Ooh. Yo, Manny Pack. Yes. Yes. Ball now, deep. Arthur goes long. Kiefer wins the header. And it comes all the way back in. The game has really got a little disjointed. That will be good news for Derby County, but Wrexham really haven't got the flow going completely. Derby now. Clark on the ball, down the left side. Trying to fashion something. It's still in the corner. Cross comes in. What's happening now? Issa Kabori gets on the ball. Josh Windass sees Keith and goes straight out of play. Wrexham with the throw-in. Phil Parkinson on the sideline trying to get things going. G'ing the guys along. Di Humphries, oh my God. A Concord actually came for a cross. That's beautiful, Di. Wrexham now down the left side. Longman on the ball, deep into Derby territory. Goes past one, keeps it alive. O'Brien gets the scraps. George Dobson gets it steady. George Dobson steady on the ship. Passes deep. Centre of defence. Sorry, centre of midfield, I should say. Going right side. Issa Kabore. 2-on-1. They've got Issa blocked. That's why I say we've got to go with speed. If Issa's going to be effective, he's got to be where Cleworth is right now and whip the cross straight in. Cleworth now on the ball. In deep. 3 guys in the corner. George Dobson backs it up. Windhouse cuts inside, keeps coming inside, keeps coming inside, keeps coming inside. There's no room, there's no space. Every passing lane is open. That's where Keith Easton needs to be with the cross coming in. First time, excellent play. Wins the corner. Wins the corner. Excellent play. Excellent play. Issa Kabore, if he's going to be effective, has to do what he does last week at Norwich and be further up the field with everybody pushing him up. Right now, Derby's in the game, keeping us deep in our own half. We've got to start dominating the day. And a goal here could change the complexion of the game. Remember, I told you, one goal, you know it. You know it. One goal can change this game straight away. Di Humphries says, I don't think Arthur's been the same since his injury. Could be. And I think he got something there. I think he got something. Corner now, goes short. From the training field. Dobson now on the ball, brings it back. O'Brien, deep now. Kabore, deep in and left side now. Would have been simpler to have crossed the ball, I think. This is looking like a bit of a nightmare play. Sometimes the training field is not what you need on a game like today. Keep it simple, stupid, like in business, and you probably get something on there. That comes to nothing, and I tell you what, I think we should scrap that idea. What about you? Keep it simple, stupid, or play silly games? 0-0, 35 minutes coming up. We're in a good place. Kiefer's coming in to challenge. Does he get the ball? No, he doesn't. Derby now being pressured. Wrexham coming up with the ball. Derby winning it back. There's a good battle going on there. Zetterstrom has the ball at his feet. Not a great clearance. Derby come away with it. Nice challenge in the middle. Dobson takes it. Goes wide. Needs to lay it off. And there's a great free kick coming up. Absolutely. How can you think that's not going to be a free kick? And out comes the yellow card on Adams. Adams having a lovely day, getting beaten up, nearly has his leg broken, and now he's the one taking a yellow card. You can't believe what's happening, but that's exactly what just happened. Nice interception. Dobson turns, spins, takes it past Adams, and the crunching tackle comes in. And I tell you what, if you look closely on the ball, he gets a piece of the ball before he gets George Dobson. That's why he's pissed off. Unlucky. Windhouse take that. Cavlin, woohoo. Here we go. Adams having a tough time believing what's going on. Free kick coming up. Wrexham in the game right now. 36 minutes. One goal can change things in a split second. You got a different game coming your way. Zetterstrom setting up the wall. What's going to happen now? Tom Nard has the wall level. Morris keeping the guys together in the wall for Derby. Referee's telling Windhouse exactly where to shoot, by the way. I'm joking, obviously. Free kick coming up now. O'Brien or Windhouse. Who's going? Windhouse comes. Windhouse shoots, and over it goes. Over it goes. Over it goes. Amy Fineza says, I hope Ward is already okay. I've heard he has undergone surgery, though I love Okonkwo. Amy, so as I remember, the last I heard is it's up to, I think it was up to 8 weeks, the initial return date, as long as 4 months at the outside date. So depends how the surgery goes, depends how the rehab goes. But my take is this is time for Arthur to cement himself as a number one. If he doesn't, then he's missed the opportunity because he was our number one for so long. And let's face it, Arthur's done a lot of great work for us. So let's face it, he deserves us to stick with him. But again, Danny Ward, Welsh international, top product. That's going to bring competition for places, pressure for spaces in the squad. And that's exactly what we need, yeah? You need winners to become winners. You've got to have the top players to be a top team. unless you want to have generic players and a great coach. Wrexham now winning the ball in the half. Coming forward now. Keitha now with the ball. Backs up. Lays off to Windass. Windass now right side. Taking time. Having a look. Issa now one-on-one. That's what he needs. One-on-one territory. Go past him. Nice play, Issa. Stalling. Keeping possession. Cross comes in. Headed out. It's deep. It's dangerous. Something can happen here. Derby still have the ball in their own box, looking to clear. They do go long. And it goes out for a throw for Derby in their own half. Into the chat. Fernando Villarreal says, Thomason looks like a good corner taker. Is Rathburn on the bench? Giving you the bench players. I'm going to give you all the bench players so everybody knows the bench players for today. Callum Doyle, James McLean, George Thomason, Dan Scarr, Callum Burton, Sam Smith, Ryan Barnett, Nathan Broadhead, Matty James. That's the squad on the bench. The reserves on the bench. So in answer to that, that would be no, he's not. But I tell you, trained all week. Ollie Rathburn trained all week on the grass. Everybody apparently was really happy with what happened to him. And there was speculation that he was coming in today, but obviously that hasn't happened. But I tell you, he's close to a return. When he comes in, who replaces him? Or who does he replace? Who does he push out of a spot? George Dobson? Otherwise, you're looking at big money. And he could replace a big money player, but the options are there. But yeah, close to a return. 39 minutes up. The game needs a little inspiration. We need to get on the ball. I'm sure half-time, whatever Phil said to the lads last half-time, that's exactly what he needs to do this half-time. And we've just gone past the 39-minute dead zone. So no illegal offside goal this weekend so far. And Tom Niles, the referee, is doing a damn good job. 6 minutes to go. We need a goal. We came for goals. And we're waiting for 3. The crowd has told everybody we're getting 3 goals in the crowd. And we've only got none right now. So no one's really put a massive chance in. No goalkeepers had to make a massive save. So it's about this battle of attrition turning into an attractive, fast-flowing, forward-ebbed game. And I think, like I say, half-time Phil's going to be talking. Great tackle by Issa Kabore. Brilliant tackle. No complaints there. Nice and clean. Through the man. Gets all the ball. But yes, Phil doesn't necessarily need the hairdryer treatment at half-time, but he's going to be making some judgments. Do we need a change? Do we need a change? Who could we bring in to make this different? You've gotten Broadhead. Nice interception there on the edge of the box. Going through, keeper's got it. Zetterstrom clears straight away. Wrexham threatening there. Again, we've been close, but we haven't really mustered it. Sheaf now and Dobson fighting. Dobson covering Sheaf. Sheaf wins the ball. Windass now keeps it in play. Moving down the left side, right side. Taps off. Issa Kabore now. Issa crosses in. That's a great cross. Kiefer gets on it and just goes over the bar. So far, so good. We haven't hit the heights of last week, but we're getting there. Let's face it, Derby and the bottom 3 are not giving anything away. They will not want to lose a game. And a lot of Derby fans before the match were saying Derby are looking like they're going to win this. So let's face it, we'll see what we get. Zetterstrom with the ball into the chat. Amy Fineza, Rathbone has knee injury as far as I know. Correct, absolutely. Ball through now. Aguimang racing, trying to get there. Great physical play. Does he win the free kick? Gives the free kick away. He can't believe it. It's like, come on, ref. Come on, ref. Aguimang doesn't agree with the referee there. Doesn't see that that's a free kick at all. The referee doesn't really care. Pickle Kisser says, we need Jay Rodriguez in there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The Neely man. The Neely man. Yeah, J-Rod. Well, yeah, we need him in there, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Come on, J-Rod. Come on, J-Rod.
Sign the line, mate. Sign the line. Just null the contract. Get out of here. Yeah. You're wasting it. You're wasting the place. Just think, we could replace him with something. Anyway, J-Rod, yeah. Mr. Neely, man. And I know you remember that from last season. Wrexham now moving forward. Kiefer on the edge of the box with the ball. Beautiful play. Taps off now. Longman, Strongman now. Where's he go? Inside. Crosses in. Handball, please. No handball seen. I tell you. Took a deflection off the hand. Referee says nothing doing. Derby now coming up with the scraps in their own half. Looking to get something doing. Got nowhere to go. Playing it back. This is non-creative football by Derby. They've got nowhere to go right now. There's a few passes off there that are training field passes, and all they're doing is chinking time off the clock. If you're a Derby fan and this finishes 0-0, I don't think you'd be too distraught. 1-1 would be a great result for Derby County, as we said in the pre-game. Issa going in for the ball, nearly gets there now. Derby pushing on the left side, coming up with the ball. Dangerous position now. Aguiman gets three, gets tugged, goes through, takes a shot, still has the ball. Amazing skills in close quarters. And Issa Kabori comes up with the ball. I tell you, great defensive play by Issa Kabori. Derby, not happy at all. Aguiman arguing with his own teammates where not to be, where to be. The shirt was pulled twice. Dominic Hyam could have been guilty of a penalty by shirt pulling, but not enough shirt pulled for the referee to give a penalty. And I agree totally. The shirt pulling is part of the game nowadays. It never used to be, but it is. It's part of the game. It depends how much shirt you get. .44 minutes gone, coming up to half-time. We'll take a quick 60-minute break, eventually in the half-time show. But what is Phil going to do? Things need to change slightly. Not a lot. It's not a drastic situation. It's a good battle going on for Wrexham right now, but something needs to finally change. O'Brien now, that's the moment. A moment of quality, in through. Kiefer doesn't get the ball, but look, Whiteside, does he get there? Longman not moving fast enough, not in the play close enough, and people need to gamble a little bit more. Close on the edge. But again, a goal would change the complexion of the match, and one goal, in my opinion, would bring more. Wrexham now, left side of the field. Looking for things to happen. Windass now, moving left and right in the play. He's right in the slot where he needs to be, making things happen. Little slot to Windass, cuts inside. Beautiful play by Windass. Unfortunately, doesn't take the ball with him. Takes a little knock, fumbles onto the floor. Derby now coming down the left side. Wrexham a little bit ragged at the back, but they come up with the ball. Strength in numbers. Watch out, Wrexham. I tell you what, a late clip coming up. A little bit of sportsmanship there. Bad sportsmanship. Yes, I did think that Windass was down hurt, and he's in a little bit of a bad way. If this is bad for Windass, is it? No, it's not the hamstring, so that's a good thing. He's taken a knock. He should be okay. Maybe it's just pain, but referee's doing a good job. But a few things have gone physical in the game, and as Di Humphries did say, it could get tasty. Back into the chat. Let's have a look here. Maybe gets caught by the cleats, but it's hard to really see what happened there. Or it's his knee coming down on the turf. He's holding his ankle, though. Hard to say. We'll see if he gets up. Fernando Villarreal says, we probably have one of the best squads in the championship. I just hope they can gel before the end of the year. Oh, I think the signs are good already. I think that what we've seen over the last 7 games, well, 6.5 games coming up now, I think we have seen some gelling, but at the same time, we've had a couple of injuries that have messed things up, and people haven't hit top form at the same time. So the teething problems that you have with a regular squad, we're having those regular teething problems. The good thing is we've got a lot of experienced guys, and the really good thing is that Josh Windass is up and walking around because he looked in a bit of distress. So good. Josh is up. Tough lad. Takes it. Keeps going. Would be bad if he went down. Remember, coming back from a hamstring injury. Wrexham, a free kick comes in long, goes over the top. Kiefer gets on the end of it. Nothing doing, goes for a goal kick. Unfortunately, everything we've done so far, it's been right on the periphery of greatness. Dominic Hyam even close on that one. Now, Derby bringing the ball out. Let's see where they go. 2 minutes added time to go. We're nearly there. And boom, bada bing, half time. There we go. Okay, guys, 0-0 at half time. Not a bad position. Not a bad position. Phil's going to go read the right act on a few. Not many. Not many. Things are not bad. Aguiman still arguing. Aguiman still arguing. Not happy about a lot of things. And that's great. If you keep arguing with the referee and the officials, eventually the calls won't go your way. So it's best to zip it and walk off the field and let the referee just do his job. Tom Nard has not done a bad job. Not bad at all. So for what it's worth, half-time, I'm going to get you the stats, get you the scores. But we haven't had the best of halves, but it can only get better. And we haven't been scored on. That's another good thing. We need a clean sheet. We've only had one all season in the league. And that was against Millwall on the road. So now, half done. The job is half done. Possession, 44% possession for Wrexham, 55% possession for Derby. But the job is half done. Job is half done. Into the chat. Chris Cavlin, oh geez, Kiefer, yes. Di Humphries, half-time, woohoo. Di Humphries again. Not sure Dobson has had one of his good games. Not at all. I'd get Elliott on for him. You know, tackling, there's a lot of guys can tackle. But mobility around the field, it always seems that George is slightly late in getting there. And when you see some of the tackles that George lays on there, bless his heart, but he's labouring to get there, and he's labouring in the tackle. He's not crisp in the tackle. You saw Issa Kabore with one of those tackles that he laid and went through the man and got the ball cleanly. He's clean and solid and crisp in the tackle. George, I think, is really playing at the ceiling. He's really reached his ceiling, and bless his heart, like I say. But yeah, I think Elliot Lee would do a better job. And for 45 minutes, Elliot Lee's good enough for 45 minutes, and you know what you get with him. And he breaks and makes space. He's exciting to watch. He puts it in there, and he's Wrexham all the way. So, yeah, I think that's a great call. Get him in there. Into the chat. Chris Cavlin. Phil tends to rally the team consistently at halftime. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. And looking like last weekend, hey, I think that we need to see what we saw against Norwich. I mean, cast your mind back, Chris, and everybody else, the thoughts and the way we were thinking last week. We took that 39-minute offside goal. We're 1-0 down at half-time, and we're not really feeling in a good mood. Haven't given up, still in the fight, and we saw what happened. But put your mind in that frame back last weekend, and at this point of the time, things are not great. That's not where we are. We're in a better position than that, but we still need that ignition. So yes, Phil's consistency at halftime to rally the troops. Yeah, I think he does that very well, and he's an experienced contender. I mean, let's face it, you don't get to 62% win ratio over 4 years unless you're the best. And anybody calling for his head, he's got the key of Wrexham County Borough. You can't have his head anymore. He's the man. He's done it. Grimplay says he's going to say, we're playing well. We just need to get that bit of zippy play more. First touches, and we'll get there. Yeah. And that's the one thing about Phil as well. Like, I'm looking at the field like you. A lot of water. We need that field drenching. That ball's got to start zipping. But yeah, with Phil, the way he is... well, look, he's 57, okay? So he's an elder statesman age-wise, per se. Not that old. That's still pretty young. 57 is no real major age. But he's always very calm and very composed. Unless you piss him off, you know, and on the sideline, you've seen Phil go red-faced quite a few times. But yeah, if he's talking about the team post-game, even through what apparently was a rough phase these last couple of games, I didn't see the phase, but anyway, normal football, yeah. Even through that, he was calm. The only thing that got Phil was in the pre-match against Norwich when they were saying or talking about his future as to where it would be, as to say people were looking to take his job, which was absolute BS. Yeah, that's all the media all the time. Quickly going to give you the halftime score, and for some reason, let's see what happens. That's just the strangest thing. I'm going to get that off there. Bring it up here. Let's go this way. Let's try another screen. If not, I'll bring another one up. But that's the strangest thing. Phil was never, for my money, under any threat. It was ridiculous, those calls. So I'm not getting all the scores through. The only scores I can give you right now, guys, is Swansea's 1-1 with Millwall at halftime. And Coventry's 1-0 over Birmingham. So that's a good thing for Coventry, yeah. That is Brandon Thomas Asante on 16 minutes. And Frank Lampard and Coventry will be pretty happy with that. Absolutely, 1-1 there. But yes, no games coming through. So I'm going to get rid of all of these. Not that, because we've got nothing doing there. And I'm going up here. There we go. Going to bring these up. That's what we'll do right now. Yeah, for some reason, I'm looking at that. And that's the only scores I've got right now. That's the only scores I've got. There's no other scores on the board. So we've got some kind of either link problem here. But scores, I am blind to scores at the moment, apart from the ones I've given you so far. So I can't help you any other way than that, guys. Love you to death, but nothing doing there. Okay. Oh, I see what's happening here. Right. Just a second. Just a second, guys. Let me get rid of this. Okay, that's all there. I see what's happening there. We got two. That's good. That's good. That's good. Get rid of that. Bear with me, guys. I got a couple of screens flashing in front of me. I got to clear some stuff. I got me. I got you. We're good. We're good. Okay. Sorry about that delay. But yeah, the scores, I've only got the scores that I've given you so far. The table and anything else, I can't give you anymore. So there's obviously some kind of malfunction on the internet somewhere, but I'm going to refire that one up. Keep this one here, see what happens. So there we go. Bring up the table. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Overview it. And there we go. Okay, hopefully that fires up. I'm gonna try off the BBC. See what those guys have got. I'm gonna look like a Christmas tree right now. It's gonna be bright, bright, bright. Championship scores. Come on, let's have it. Okay. Yeah, and on the BBC, that's all I've got there. So that's really weird. Anyway, guys, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Got some stuff for you as well. That story I was talking to you about, the Blackburn and the Ipswich game that was called off. The one thing I want to say is this: is that the game was annulled, so it's going to have to be replayed, which means both teams literally play 47 games this season. It will be 46 on the books, but they played one game for nothing. The interesting thing that I want to raise to you, to give you something to think about, is that the goal scored by Cantwell has been rubbed out, okay? So he won't get benefit for a goal at all. The red card to Jacob Greaves still stands. I say this: if the goal doesn't stand, then the card shouldn't stand, because the match doesn't stand. How is it that the red card is brought through and nothing else? You're punishing players, and that's what it's all about. It's the discipline. They've got to carry the discipline through. So I thought I'd explain why that is, and that's the only reason there. Into the chat. Swan Mill 1-1. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Grim plays. If we get a goal, we'll be above Birmingham. Yeah. Also, we're the highest position in our history. Yes. As of the moment, 12th. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And the other thing about it as well is that before play today, literally, we're only 3 points out of the playoff points, which was on 10 at the moment, which would have been 6th place, moving down a few. So would have been level with a playoff spot after 7 matches. And I'm not saying we're going in the playoffs, but I'm just saying would have been level after 7 matches. So again, if you look at the points top to bottom in this league, it's really close. It's really, really close. I'm going to bring up the table because right now, if it's live, it should be good. There we go. Hopefully things are better now. No, I've still only got them 4 games on. Yep. Okay, fine, whatever. But again, before play today, I mean, even looking at it right, Middlesbrough's racing away right now. They got 3 points over Coventry at the moment. And you got to think with Coventry winning, it's probably going to stay that way. Coventry, Frank Lampard, get ready to see them up high in the table all season, in the playoffs, absolutely, and maybe contesting 1 or 2, because I know Lampard wants to take Coventry into the Premiership. But we are very close on the points. When you consider that Sheffield Wednesday, 23rd, are on 4, yeah? Okay, stay with me. And that 6 points is from 23rd all the way into, say, 6th right now. Birmingham are on, Preston's on 11. And Sheffield Wednesday's on 4. So 7 points separate the whole league. So when you think about it, everything is really crammed. It's a real crammed sandwich. No one's racing away with it. No one's racing away with anything. So you got to say we're right in the things. Grim Place says, if back in the chat, Fernando Real, just remember clearly, though it wasn't pretty funny. Okay, Chris Caveling, Coventry, Birmingham 1-0. Beautiful, beautiful. Fernando Real, go Coventry, absolutely. Grim Place says, if we get a goal, we'll be above Birmingham. Absolutely, absolutely. Also, we're at the highest point in history in 12th. Wanted to make that a mention again. Lofty position, never been this high. Where would we be if it wasn't for Rob and Rye? You know, literally. The world is a different place right now for every one of us. It really is. But as far as the game goes, let's get back to that. First off, disjointed. Never really got on the ball, never operated. Derby came to make it scrappy defensively. They've done very well in midfield. They've harried. They've pressured. They haven't wasted press form in the final third. If you notice, they're giving us time on that ball. They're cramming up the middle. They're not parking the bus. They haven't parked the bus. I'm not going to be that rude on them. But they're making life really scrappy in the middle. We got to be a little inventive. We've had some beautiful balls left and right. But I think this match, second half, more direct and really less passes. Simplify the move going forward. I think that would be so much more effective. And we've got to hang Issa up on that right wing. We've got to buy him space to move up right. We've got to buy Strongman, space on the left to be able to push up. I know they've got to the defensive jobs to do, but we've got to crush that midfield tight and move left and right as a unit and crush it up more. We got to make it hard for them to get through. We've had some really interesting two-way moves or one-on-one battles where we've come up with the ball and we've moved out of defense into attack pretty swiftly. The only thing we haven't done, we haven't transitioned smoothly enough to make something impact in front of goal. If you notice the crosses that came in, bless his heart, Longman, Issa, whoever's put the cross in after that, it's really not been on target. We need quality. So let's get some quality on the crosses. That's the first thing. Second thing, get on the end of it and anticipate where the ball's going. There's a few times in the first half where if we had anticipated Kiefer Moore for one, Longman for another one, if they'd anticipated where the ball's coming through, they may well have got on the end of it. And we were guilty of that in the last game by not anticipating where the ball is going to go. So those are a couple of things there. Derby's gone close a few times. They're not without. Agyemang is biting to get something. Morris has been industrial, but not really getting anything effective. They've warned us a couple of times. They could have gone one up in the first minute. Agyemang side-footing that ball to the right, which really, he just needs to lash the ball hard and low, and it's in the back of the net. We could have been 1-0 down at half-time. We could have been chasing it. This is one of those games that looks like an ugly duckling at the time, where it could go wrong. The ugly duckling game is nothing's going right all game, and eventually 1-0 is the way it finishes. This has the signs of going that way. We've got to guard against that. And I tell you what, Phil, hopefully, I'm sure he is, and the training staff are telling the guys, keep your eye on the game. Defend the point, because this could go wrong in a second. And you don't need an offside goal to make that happen. Just a swig, go back into the chat. Beautiful. Into the chat. Fernando Villarreal, don't we play Birmingham, Leicester next 2 games? Pickle Kisser says, yup. Next 2 matches are going to be nail-biters. And then, after that one, it's Stoke City away. I'm trying to line up a Stoke City fan in the pre-game for that one. There's someone I know in Stoke who's a massive Stoke fan, part of their Stoke fan history, like one of the OGs. I'm going to try and get him on and do a little bit of a one-on-one with him for that game. So that's something up. But yeah, after that one, Birmingham, Leicester, then it's Stoke City. And Chris Cavendish says, if we win this match, we are at 60% win ratio. Hey, life is good. Life is very good. Throughout our promotion seasons, we were bobbing in and out of like 80 to 60% as we were gaining promotion. So we're not that far off, and we're literally so early in the season. Nothing's decided. Everything's just breaking up, yeah? So good times. We're in a good place. Good signs. Happy times. But yeah, 60% win ratio, including cup games. And last year, we were at 37.5 at the same time. There you go. The last few years, we've started average. This year, we're starting pretty good. And Phil said that in a few of the press conferences recently that, hey, you know, we've battled through a few moments at games of adversity where we've lost 3 back-to-back and things like that. So great points, Chris. Well done, mate. Well done. If we maintain the 61.5% win ratio, we end up with 81 points. That would be big. 81 points. Let's discuss. Remember, 50 points gets you safety. Bang. So as soon as we get 50 points, we know first mission accomplished. And that is the major mission. Safety is the first thing. Just like a Premier League club, they want to get 40 points to stay in the Premier League normally. That's what they aim for. We got more games to play. 50 points is what we're looking for. That means you're definitely looking to get safety. So 81 points, will that get automatic promotion? I'm thinking no. Would it get you in the playoffs? I'm thinking probably the bottom end of the playoffs, maybe 5, maybe 6. But you're not racing away with it. But you've had a bloody good season. That's for sure. Definitely. Fernando Real says we're gonna need our big boy pants on for those games. Yeah. No, definitely, man. Definitely. But anyway, back into the game. Issa Kabori now down the right side. What's he got on? Calm, cross. Get in there, Kiefer. Nearly gets on the end of that. I tell you, close on. Ball still alive. Longman brings it down. Wins the throw-in. Playoffs. Yeah. I mean, if we continue what we've got, then we're as good as most of the other teams in this league. Hey, incidentally, does anybody know about the 8-game playoffs? Sorry, the 8-team playoffs. Well, it goes down to 8th place, is what I'm saying. They are thinking, there is thoughts, oh dear, there's a little hobble on the knee. Is he okay? We'll see what happens. Yeah, Kiefer's hobbling a little bit there. He miskicked the ball, kicked a bit of the turf. ankle damage. Here we go. Back into it. Second half is alive. See what's going on. Ball down the line now. Right side. We'll get into the chat in a second, guys. O'Brien now. Into left side. Off to nice tic-tac-toe. O'Brien and Longman. Longman on the ball. Great reception. Crosses the ball in. Going too long. No one's getting that one. But hey, right idea. Good endeavour by O'Brien. But Derby making life tough in the final third. For a key to the game, we've got to go with speed and don't stop till you drop. Excuse me. Guzzle time. 48 minutes in. Zetterstrom quite happy. He hasn't been too busy, but he's been busy enough. But we haven't tested him enough. O'Brien gets it, gets fouled, flattened. Referee comes up. Cards coming out. Travis gets the yellow. Can't believe it. But take a look. Was it really a bad foul? Did it deserve yellow? The shoulder. Check the shoulder. He turns his back on him. I think he can. He could get out the way. He knows what he's doing. Travis yellow card, 49 minutes. Into the chat. Frustrating moments. You've got to ride through the frustration. Kiefer not looking happy, but 1 second can change his life. He's a goal scorer. They need goals. No goals, no happy. Want goals for life. Long ball now. Into Morris. Derby coming up with the ball, but Wrexham win it back again. Great one-on-one battles right now. Issa Kabori going down the right side. Cuts inside. Should be a foul. Definitely a foul. Definitely a foul. Adams knew exactly what he's doing. I tell you what, keep doing that. You might find yourself picking up the red card. Adams not happy with the referee. Now it's a time of who's got more in the tank in the second half. Who's got more in the tank? Who's got the endeavour? Who's going to fight? Derby now, defending the box. Clear the box. Wrexham come up with possession. Dobbo now slides inside. Ball comes through. Issa now down the right side. Crosses first time. That's the way it's got to go. Derby heading out one more time. Issa's got to get that perfect moment of quality on there. At least he's showing energy. Wrexham in possession now. Dominic Hyam all the way. Longman now taps off. O'Brien looks to keep it moving. Schiefer now on the ball. Back over. Hyam doesn't have it. Dobson misses it. Agimang now up front. Derby now moving forward. Into half. Over the halfway. It's tight. Still in possession. Down the left side. Looking dangerous. Cutting inside. Cutting outside. Well defended. Well defended. Well defended. Maxi Cluth showing lots of poise. Well done, Maxi Cluth. Great challenge. Adams still having a heart attack about life so far. Not happy in the game. Definitely a foul. Definitely a foul. Take a look. I mean, you know where that knee just went. Come on. Don't give me that, Adams. You put the knee on the knee. Any player knows that trick. Derby now with the corner. Where's it going? Far side, wide side, headed quite simply. And man down. Game stopped. Derby player down. Game stopped. Wrexham ball. Agimang having a very physical day today. But you know what? It's great character building stuff for the American. He'll love this kind of game. Wrestling match. Dominic Hyam wrestles him to the floor. But hey, that's what you get. But Agimang gets up, shakes it off, keeps going. He's a trooper. 52 minutes in. Where's the quality coming from? When is it going to happen? The game is on the line. Squeaky bum time, biting nails time comes later, but the game is on the line. Derby coming into the first moments of the second half looking like they were in the second half. Completely poised, calm, and looking like a team that really shouldn't be in the bottom three, really. One goal will decide this. The way we look, one goal is all it's looking. But who's going to get that goal? One moment. It will only take one moment. There we go. Wrexham now coming up with the ball, coming to the left side. Dominic, beautiful interception. Ryan Longman keeps possession, comes back inside, gets the return. Back to Brunty. Brunty now safely shuttles across. Wrexham deep in their own half, having trouble getting things moving. I think a situation of a formation change may not be a bad idea. Fresh legs would be a better idea. In 6 to 7 minutes, let's see George Dobson run off. Let's see Elliot Lee run on. The game George is playing is meant for a player with a lot more art, more industry in the creative side. Longman now, one-on-one. Passes inside. Windass takes the same shot from last week. And I tell you what, forces a great save. There you go. That's more like it. Zetterstrom, down low, makes a save. Windass. There you go. That's more like it. Zetterstrom down low makes a save. Windhouse trying to get that same match-winning goal going again. Same place. Cuts inside. He's in the same exact place. Further out this time, but does put in a nice shot. Now it's nice and low on the wet turf. Nice connection. Probably too close to the keeper, but again, intent. Needs to keep going forward. Nice bring down. Tell you what an exceptional play. Wrexham going forward in numbers now. Issa on the right side. Passes inside. Sheaf has the ball. Lays it off. Windhouse crosses. Nobody on the end of it. And it's cleared off the post. Are you kidding me? What a moment that was. Watch that on the highlights. So unlucky not to be 1-0 up. Derby coming down the left side, making things interesting. Maxi Cleworth holding the line. Brilliant defending. Issa now holding the line. Ball comes in, crosses deep, dangerous. Great save. I tell you what, not without the game is opening up. Wow. Derby now showing real moments of intent. Could have been a goal up there, but for Arthur. Another save by Arthur. I tell you what, Derby moving very strongly in and around the box. The Rams looking very unlucky not to be a goal up. Two great saves by Arthur. Impact saves, reaction saves, close-up saves, and Arthur saves the day. Arthur saves the day. Wow. We could have been a goal down again. We've been warned many times. Chris Cavan says, what a shot from Windhouse. Yes, down low, going in, but no coconut. Great moments from Arthur. Just keep watching. Bit of a soft side foot attempt to get into the back of the net, the second attempt. But Johnson should have put him up 1-0. Should have been 1-0 there. Really should be 1-0 up. Last week we had somebody talking about Wolverhampton Wanderers. Are they having a bad season? Yes, they are. So that's the kind of scores I was talking about earlier, guys, is that, yes, look at that rebound off the post. I tell you, how lucky. One more time. I mean, Johnson, what are you thinking? Wrong foot, wrong direction. Should have been a left foot clearing out the box. Very unlucky not to be 1-0 up Wrexham right now. Derby, very lucky to still be 0-0. But we'll take it. You bring a goal like that, we'll take it. Absolutely. Longman now, bringing it forward. Wrexham looking to get things happening. Nice ball inside. O'Brien spins, takes the space. Maxi Cleworth now on the ball. Things are still very, very hard to break down. Derby literally parking the bus at the moment. Everybody's behind the ball. In defense, they're throwing everybody behind the ball. There's no space. Simply, let's go back to the old style football. Get it wide, cross it high, get your big man on the end of it. That's the easy, simple way to reduce this. Intercepted easily, forcing the tackle in, but that should be a Wrexham ball. Is a Wrexham ball. Wrexham now moving with a lot more speed, a lot more intensity. Got to raise the level. Phil's got to bring the substitutes on in the next 6 to 7 minutes. 65 minutes would be too late. Phil's got to bring the subs in, change the flow. I'd also switch Issa Kabore to the left side and Longman to the right side. Good morning, Cabby. How you doing, buddy? We need some inspiration. In you come. Up you come. There we go. Cabby's got to come in and get his treats. It's his breakfast. Ball coming in now. Ball in the back of the net. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. One moment of class. O'Brien brings the class in the game. Get in there. Man, oh man, am I bloody happy that goes in. Am I relieved? You are too. Holy freaking moly, we're in the game. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Takes a second. Thank the soccer gods. We are in the lead. This game was starting to worry me that we were going to go down a goal here. But man, oh man, Brilliant play. Brilliant play. Am I happy? Is Phil happy? Are we relieved? Yes, we are. Great cross. What a beauty cross. Up high, down low, heading in the back of the net. Issa does what he does. Hits the ball one time cross in the back of the net. One-time header. Boom. It's Norwich all over again. Boom. 1-0 up. Boom. Looking for 3 points. Boom. Happy. Get in there. Man. Waiting for that one. Boom! Into the chat. Dyer Humphries, 2 great saves, but why didn't Okonkwo come for the cross? Yeah. Dyer says, yes. Chris Carvin, goal. Grim plays, gets in there. Fernando Villarreal, yes. Pickle Kisser. That's how it's done, baby. Grim plays look like the OG experience was correct. You can stay. Bingo. Way done. Pickle Kisser, what a header. Yes. Harry_Picard. We're in this. Let's go. We needed that goal. Holy moly, did we need that goal? Yes, we did. Cabby's run away. Cabby. Let's get him. He needs his treat because he scored a goal. Let's see if this brings him in. That cat trick. I'm like a snake charmer. He's not coming. Cabby, your treat's there. We got a goal. You can have your treat now. He's not coming. He's probably gone somewhere. Anyway, back into the game. We're 1-0 up. Things are good. Jason Schrader. Jason, how you doing, fella? Man, I love Issa and these crosses. Oh, I tell you. And let's face it, he's keeping Ryan Barnett on the bench. Yeah. Ryan Longman used to prefer to be on the right side too. So Wrexham now in the ball. Longman brings it up. Goal scoring. O'Brien on the ball right now. Man, oh man, he's been big for Wrexham since he's got here. O'Brien, he's really fit in like a hand in a glove. Brilliant. 1-0. Happy days. Let's keep it there. Now Derby, Wrexham needs to keep the ball. Derby going to be under pressure for the rest of the game, but we have to guard against a breakaway and a stupid moment. Got to keep our minds on the game and keep it 100% professional. Ball over the top, into the middle, very dangerous. I tell you what, Windass read the play beautifully there. Windass is fantastic for this team. You know what? Sheffield Wednesday will regret the minute that he left. Longman now, tic-tac-toes doesn't go. Sheaf now, into the middle. Dobbo now, over to the right side. Issa now, menacingly on the right side, just outside the box. Goes wide, takes the cross, goes past, does go past. Pressurizing the defense, doesn't get what he wants. But also gets a foot in to stop the advance. 1-0, here we go. 1-0, here we go. I tell you. Life is good. 1-0 up. Derby making changes. Derby looking to make changes. Derby going to be making changes. Adams is coming off. That's a smart move. That is a smart move. Taking Adams off saves a yellow card coming his way, saves a red card, saves you going down to 10. Smart move by the coach. Adams played a decent game for Derby County, no doubt about it. But, hey, smart move. Really. Coach did really well there. Into the chat, Harry_Picard, we're in this, let's go. Jason Schrader, man, I love Issa. I got to say that again, love these crosses because I tell you, man, absolutely magic. Fernando Villarreal says, do not put McLean on. Kiefer now coming forward, keeps possession. I'll be back in the chat in a second. Longman now, left side, advancing, cuts inside. Takes the shot, goes nowhere. Easy pickings for Zetterstrom. Zetterstrom beaten for the first time, though, recently, 1-0. I tell you what, good times for Wrexham, and a win is much needed to be the first win on the season at home. Things are never going to be easy. But now we've got the first goal, 60 minutes in. Confidence is up. It's oozing better now, and you can still make changes. Changes need to come when the legs start to go. George Dobson, keep your eye on. He may well go the 90, but does he have to? Does Phil need to keep everybody out there for 90 minutes all game long? No, he doesn't. Start rotating the troops. Manage the results. Big attempt at getting the ball in there. Hyam comes up with a massive central defensive clearance. Ends up on his arse, but it's all worth it. Derby still in the ball, in their own half, just in their own half, coming left to right. The flow, the mojo, it's not there right now. The ball is dead. There's no pressure moving forward for Derby. They have lost a lot of their oozing form that they had in the first half. Right now, they're going to have to work to get that back. Confidence is everything in this game. And right now, Wrexham's got the confidence. Wrexham's looking like the team more likely to take the 3 points. Longman, Strongman doing a great game again, both ways, forward and defence. Can't get enough of this guy. Can't get enough of this guy. Zetterstrom in his own box now with the ball. Where's he going? Back to where it just came from. O'Brien hassling. Wrexham get an easy throw in. You're seeing the signs of Derby becoming jaded right now. It's absolutely showing you the signs now. Derby are coming a little bit jaded. They've made changes. They probably will make more. Time is left-hand side. Cross comes in and going out for a corner. Let's keep it tight at the back. Arthur, get it ready. 1-0. Things are looking good. Just looking at the table. There we go. There we go. There we go. Fernando. Here we go. Pickle Kisser. And we just advanced to 9th spot on the table. Get in there. Get in there. Yes, we are 9th right now. That will change later with the games coming through. But, hey, healthy. Ball well cleared. Free kick coming up. What's the referee saying? Throw in Derby, right side. Little bit of a push, pull, tussle, man on the ground, but referee again, Tom Neal says, nothing doing. Get on your feet, get playing. I like this ref. He's let the game flow. We have had referees that sort of whistled everything down. You've seen that a few times. Should be a goal kick. Corner ball. Corner ball coming up. Derby still battling. Morris complaining with the referee about potential penalty. Keep watching, nothing doing. O'Brien racing his arse off. And remember earlier, O'Brien got the yellow card for being too aggressive in the tackle. Right there, I was thinking, slow it down just a little bit, O'Brien. Slow it down. Stay in the game. Stay with us. Don't risk it. Derby on the left side. Keep it in play. Brilliant play. Keeping it in play. Looking to get the cross in. Comes in midfield. Brilliant interception. That's what you pay for. Moving forward now. 3-on-5. Where are we going? Great play there. Down the left side, down to the right side. Windass on the wing. He has Issa with him. Issa's on the ball right now. Where's Issa going? Back to Windass. Windass back to Issa. Luckily, not offside. He was straying there, but didn't wander. Wrexham still on the ball, right side. Keeping possession. Dobson looks like he needs to run off the bench. Left side now. Longman. Come on, Ryan. Nice play, but O'Brien moves at the wrong time. Good pressure there, keeping it low. Nice pressure. Excellent pressure by Wrexham right now. Excellent pressure. Winning the throw-in. Crowd are on their feet now. Absolutely loving it. Crowd on their feet. Great effort by this team. Playing with true Wrexham grit. Longman now has the ball. Beautiful play. O'Brien inside the box. Where's he going? Nice little pass. Nothing doing. Lucky deflection. Derby keeping possession, keeping it in their own end. And another throw-in coming up to Wrexham. Wrexham literally in control of the game. A second goal now would literally seal it. Derby looking like they're the team that have lost confidence. Haven't given up. But that one goal has changed Wrexham's fortunes, as we see. Tough game. Battle of attrition. Kiefer now wins the header one more time. Brunsey now. Beautiful ball into Dobson. Dobson all over to Arthur. Into the chat. Grimplay says Wrexham needs one more just for the safety net. Absolutely. You probably think, is Derby going to score? And remember, in the pre-game, I was calling for 2-0, and then I said it could be 2-1. I'm not writing off that Derby will not score because they can get chances. And Morris and Agyemang in front of net can finish. They only need that right space. Again, looking at that penalty moments, close, but I would say the referee got that absolutely perfect. No penalty. Someone looking for a penalty, just looking for the penalty. Absolutely nothing wrong there with Maxi Kluwer's challenge. Just close onto the forward. Hence, the referee says nothing doing. But yeah, one more. Absolutely. Amy Fineza says, I think, or thanks, I agree. Time. You got 69 minutes. So you got 20 minutes, 21 minutes left to go, Amy. Ball inside. Kiefer now stumbles over his own feet, and a good situation comes to nothing again. That's what happens. Lovely play there by Brunty there. Takes the ball, spins. Knew Aguiman was on his back. Takes the ball, spins, makes it safe. Gives it to Dominic. Gets it back. Goes down the line. Nice play. I tell you what, Doyley can be watching what Brunt's doing. Brunt's playing a top game. Every time Lewis Brunt comes in, left defense, he's always solid. He always plays a safe game. You could even put him into the central defensive midfield role as well. So Arthur now coming back to Louis Brunt. Longman now deep in his own half. Safe ball into Kiefer. Kiefer struggling. Free kick coming up. Well done, referee. Well done, referee. 20 minutes to go. What are we doing, Phil? What are we doing? Substitutions on the board. What are we doing, my friend? Scores on the doors. Coventry 2-0 up over Birmingham, so that should make Coventry fans happy. Phil's not so happy about the call. Swansea 1-1 with Millwall, and as you know, West Brom 1-1 with Leicester from yesterday. Ball coming long. Right side, Issa gets on it. Should be a Derby throw-in, as it is. Excuse me. I'm happy it's 1-0, guys. I tell you what, I'm really happy it's 1-0. It's been a bit of a hard, rough game. Still can end 1-1, which is what I would say was a fantastic result for Derby. That's why absolutely grim plays and you guys know we need the second goal. We need the insurance marker. What's happening here? Derby now taking the shot. There you go. One apiece. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. Absolutely. Absolutely. A shot and a goal out of nothing, but give them credit. One apiece. Game on. Game on. Game on. We got to go get that second goal now, guys, and it's well within grasp. This should not change anything about how we're playing. Fernando Villarreal, it would be great if we scored another, but I'm happy if we just keep it 1-0 and learn how to not lose the lead. Yeah, we just lost the lead, and a ball out of nothing, really. Bronte got beat for feet on the space, but he should have just tracked the guy. Easy mistake. He got beat on the run, took the wrong run. Arthur, way off his line. Get on your line. Way off his line. Get on your line. He's too far out of net. He's not even close to making a save. That's how bad Arthur's judged that. Arthur should have been on his line. Di Humphries, ship. Get on the Shiraz, Di. But, yeah, a few things went wrong there. Unfortunately, lucky for Derby, unlucky for us. But Bronte's feet got his feet messed up, and Arthur was far too far off his line. Those are the ones that you could literally look at the goalkeeper and saying, why were you so far out your goal? You see the danger, read the play. Takes a second to score a goal, but you've got to make it possible. 20 minutes roughly to go. Derby fans loving it. But hey, one goal changes everything. Fernando Villarreal's like, really? Yeah, I get you. Absolutely, absolutely. This feels like Norwich last week, yeah? Now we've got to just go out and do it again. Plenty of time. It's not like we just got scored on with a minute to go. This will give Derby confidence. It will give them confidence. But you know what? You've got to stay with the game. Stay with the game. Stay as we are. Stay as we are. Keep moving. Keep flowing. Back on the game. O'Brien now, swiftly over to left. Longman on the edge of the box. Ryan Longman. Doesn't get the cross in. Goal kick. Phil J. Weston. Goal. Good goal. Good goal, though, to be fair. Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, Derby's played a very decent game. They've made things difficult. They've clogged up the passing lanes. Aguiman coming off. He's run his game. He's had a fair game. Aguiman getting a big hand from the Derby fans. The Rams are happy with what he's done. He's smiling coming off. Will they be smiling at the end of 90 minutes? We'll have to wait and see. We'll definitely have to wait and see. But Aguiman happy with his day, happy with what he did. Physical match. And I'm quite happy to have seen him out there so we can get a bit of a file on what he's about recently, yeah? Okay, tactical change. Matty James is on. I think that's a good idea. I think we need someone to get on the ball and be the general. Matty James played the general for so long with us. We need someone to be the general on the ball, not just Louis O'Brien, but Matty James, and start channeling the ball around. Now we got to go get it. Hey, we're in a game. We got a point. We're defending a point right now. Now we got to go get that second goal. Kiefer's running for it. He'll make life difficult. O'Brien gets in there. Kiefer keeps it alive. Nice play. Wrexham get the throw in. Longman with the ball. That should be a Wrexham ball. Please, referee, what are you doing? First mistake of the day for the ref. Let's hear it for the ref. Fernando Villarreal says, oh, well, come on, boys. Let's go again. Absolutely. Go again. Go again. Di Humphries, okay, 2 quick goals for the Reds, and that's my score prediction. Bang. Absolutely. Get in there. Get in there. If we want it, we got to go get it. Wrexham now with the ball. Should have been a handball, free kick, but dead play. Keep it alive. Ball coming over to Issa now. Issa in space, can run. Now start running. Caught by. That's a free kick coming up. What's the referee doing here right now? Issa looks like he got hurt, and that's obviously within seconds of coming on. Issa's got a little bit of a kick there. Let's take a look at Issa. Yeah, that'll be like a knee, or a shin to knee. It's going to be bone on bone. Bone on bone. That will, ouch. That's going to be a bit of an owie. But he should be okay. Bone on bone. Bone on bone. That will, ouch. That's going to be a bit of an owie. But he should be okay. 15 minutes to go. Let's see where this goes. Issa's up and walking. He's fine. 15 minutes to go. Been a tough game. It's been a tough day at work for Wrexham. This is the last 15 minutes. Who's got the longest legs? Fitness. Who's got the desire? Ball comes in. Great ball. Into the box. Goes past the post. Unfortunately, not enough on it. Goal kick derby. Should have been a corner in my eyes. Looking at that, it should be a corner. It is a corner. Absolutely. Absolutely. So pretty much a tactical. It's not a corner. It's a goal kick. I thought that was a corner. Anyway, Ben Sheaf, tactical change, obviously with Matty James. 2 different style players, 2 different kind of games. Matty James, though, needs to get in there. Needs to operate like the general. Get on the ball. In a scrappy game, it's been tough for anybody to hold the ball longer than they can. Up and under now, in front of the box. Derby, win it. Wrexham coming forward. O'Brien now, central in midfield. Lays it off first time. Nice ball through. He's offside, I'd say. Windass now moving through. Good save by the keeper. Looked offside at the time. Fernando Villarreal, we need to learn how to solve this problem. As Phil says, when someone equalizes or goes 1-0 up. Absolutely. Absolutely. Time on the board, 13 minutes plus added time. Still time to get that elusive goal. Zetterstrom goes full length of the field. Matty James comes up with the ball. Beautiful play. Issa Kabore to Matty James. Matty James flicks it on. Windass to Kabore. Great tackle. Free-flowing move there by Wrexham, and Kabore's down again. Has he run his race? Trainer's coming on. He is in need of some attention. I tell you what. That wasn't without. Nasty little challenge there on Issa Kabore. Wasn't without there. I tell you what, referee's really not saying too much. But Forsyth, lucky in my mind to be on the field. He gets the ball for sure, but he also goes through the man completely. Anyway, it is what it is. Scores on the doors, just reminding you, amazingly, we've got 3-1-1s. West Brom Leicester yesterday and Wrexham Derby now, Swansea Millwall now. So both clubs tying at home, 1 apiece, and Coventry 2-0 up. Birmingham's also had a red card levied at them. Bright Osei Samuel, 49th minute own goal. Brandon Thomas Asante, 16th minute goal. And Jack Robinson, Birmingham, sent off after 42 minutes. So there you go. Birmingham having a bit of a rough day, but it happens. But take a look at that challenge one more time as Forsyth comes through, if you can see it. But that goal, beautiful ball by Issa Kabore. And a moment of bad play, gets his feet mixed up. Firstly, Brunty gets his feet mixed up. And the ball, Arthur, is too far out of his goal. You're not 10 feet tall, Arthur. You got to get back on the line. Josh Windass now coming off. Broadhead coming on. And Ryan Barnett coming on as well. So Phil is showing intent. Broady, 2 goals midweek coming on. Ryan Barnett coming on as well. So let's say you got 10 minutes plus added time to go nuts, guys, and fabricate another beautiful goal. Issa Kapore's limping away down the line. No surprise there. Forsyth lucky not to have some further discipline from the referee. Wrexham now with the ball. Nowhere to go. Keeps it alive. Well played now. Broadhead keeps it alive. Beautiful jink. And wins the corner. First action from Broadhead. Very good. But we've got to have people go with him. That's what Broadhead just brought onto the field. It needs to spread. Everybody needs to go for 10 minutes of max power. But don't risk the game. A point is still a good position to be in. But getting the next goal, that's the major mission right now. Corner coming in. 81 minutes coming up. The Generals on the ball. Derby just equalising. Thinking they've saved their day, saved their asses, got a point. What's wrong with this referee? What's wrong with this, Lef? That's a little bit minor. Do you know what I say? Make the corner D bigger. What's the problem? It's just a kick. You got to get the kick in. So make the D bigger. Enough of that. Corner comes in. Lovely corner. Who's on the end of it? Going out. Going out. Gone out. Here we go. Corner number 2. 81 minutes gone. 8 minutes to go. This is getting interesting time. 1 apiece. Remember in the pregame, we said 2-1 Wrexham, or 1 apiece would be a great result for Derby. Right now, that's the way it's looking. Louis O'Brien now with the corner. A moment of quality with the header got us 1-0 up. A moment of quality from the corner is exactly what we need right now. Referee blows it live. Here we go. The crowd waiting. Ball's in there. Beautiful ball. Great challenge inside of the box. It's still in the box. They're fighting. Dobson looking to Harry. Keeps it low. Wins the throw. Well done. Well done, George Dobson. Going the 90 minutes. Doing great this week. Ryan Longman fires the ball in there. Kiefer on his own gets the throw. No, he doesn't. Doesn't get the throw of the dice. It's a Derby free kick in their own box. And not from where it was taken either. Get that ball in the box, please. Thank you, referee. Excuse me. Phil J. Weston says it's been a very stop-start game, hasn't it? Yes, it has. There's been no flow. We need flow to get them goals. Flow, speed, one-time passing. Still time on the clock. Who doesn't want a late winner? Oh, yes, please. Wouldn't it be great? Let's have a late winner. A late winner would be lovely. Maxi Kluth played another big game today. Max doing himself no damage. His stock's going up. Zetterstrom in his own box. Gets the ball. Phil Weston, you're right, mate. Stop, start. Fernando Villarreal, if Broadhead can score, his stocks will go up. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Zetterstrom picks up the ball. Derby, feeling that the job's nearly done. Wrexham feeling that the job isn't done. Referee, you can call that. That's just ticking on the clock. Zetterstrom can kick that ball. Wouldn't understand why he gives a free kick for that. But anyway, ball long now. Seconds wasted, not minutes. Doesn't matter. Back in the game. A very scrappy stop-and-start game. Absolutely correct, Phil. Absolutely correct. But you're going to get these two teams neutralizing each other at the moment. 1 moment is second. That's all we need. 1 moment or 1 second to get 1 goal is all we need. 8 shots to 4 in favour of Wrexham right now. 5-3 on target. So Derby have outdone themselves. They normally take an average of 8 shots a match and 3 on target. They've done 4 shots this match, 3 on target. Wrexham now inside the Derby half. Free kick coming up. One more time. Another yellow card coming out. Tactical foul. Five minutes to go. Which way is this going to end? Is it a 1-1 stop and start result, or is there time still to get that winner? There's definitely time. Matty James on the ball. Come on, Matty. A moment of quality. For me, Kiefer Moore needs to be further to the left. Get on the far side. Keep going left. Offside at the kick, Kiefer Moore. Ball alive. Going out. Nathan looking that he wanted to get on the end of it if Bronte gets on the end of it. Bronte doesn't get on the end of it. Time is ticking. Tick-tock, tick-tock. The time is ticking. If Arthur wants to stay number 1, he needs to stop making mistakes. I agree. I don't ever roast our guys, but I will point out what's wrong, because honesty is what you get. Knowledge, we all have that of the game. But yeah, Arthur, you got to stop making them mistakes. Wrexham now moving forward. Brody now over to Ryan Longman. Go with speed. Longman now covered by 2. Back over to Brody. Bronte now back into the middle. Dominic now gives it off to Max. Max has a look. Passes through the middle. Kiefer comes, collects. Doesn't really do anything there. Free kick coming up again. Wrexham would be far wiser to go wide. Get the ball wide, not through the middle. Played that play a few times today. It's great to have the forward hold the line and get you up the field. But at what cost? If it keeps calling the play and stopping the game, are you really making headway? Go wide. Like that. Beautiful now. On the wing. Ryan Barnett puts a lovely cross in. Get on the end of that, guys. Come on. Derby clear. On the edge of the box now. George Dobson comes up with the ball. Nice flick over to Ryan Barnett. Barnett now, one-on-one, because he crosses, gets a cross in, too far wide. In and out of play, still in a play, still in play. Derby now, going long, out of their half, clearing the zone. Fortuitously coming up with the ball in their own half. Still looking to clear the zone, still in possession. Derby moving forward, over halfway. No free kick. Yes, a free kick. Derby fans happy. Wrexham fans asking the ref, what the hell? 3 minutes to go. Anxious times. Tick-tock. Minutes getting down. Minutes getting down. Interestingly, you call that a free kick. Tom Neild had a great first half. He's had a decent second half, but a few interesting calls in the second half. But in general, you got to say the referee's been pretty fair. We've had worse. We've had a lot worse. And don't forget, Phil Parkinson has the key to the county of Wrexham Borough. Ball coming in now. Derby now. Deep onto the penalty spot where it needs to go. Wrexham repel it. It's back into the box. Free kick called down. Offside call. Morris can't believe it. Carlton Morris cannot believe that that's an offside call. Doesn't matter. Wrexham now with the ball. Coming down to the final minute plus added time. Where's this going to go? Coventry 3-0 up, by the way. Birmingham having a bad day. Wrexham now with the ball. Longman right in the corner, left side. Keeps possession. Needs a helper. Gets a helper. Lewis Brunt comes forward. In the middle now. Come on, Dominic. Out wide. It needs to go wide. Bring it back to the left. I'd say bring it back to the left. It's outside the right. Ryan Barnett with the ball. Has nowhere to go. Brunty back to Dominic. Dominic now in the middle. It's gone very stale. Little space there. O'Brien tries to use the space, can't use it. Wrexham still in possession, looking to go forward. Brunty now inside. Nice little drop of the shoulder there. Broadhead goes past, showing quality there. Beautiful drop of the shoulder. Nathan Broadhead drops the shoulder, goes past, leaves the defender for dead, but doesn't carry through. Down to the 9 seconds of the game. We'll soon know about the added time. Wrexham now moving forward down the right side. Last seconds. Come on now. Ryan Barnett. Back to Maxi Kluth. To Barnett. One more time. Does he go wide? Inside, outside. Doesn't get the cross in. We keep the ball. Maxi has the ball. Louis O'Brien on the edge of the box. All the way over to Louis Bryan. Louis Bryan now down to Ryan Longman. Left side. Right on the edge of the box. Get the cross in. No cross coming in. Going back to the right side. More ball on the inside, and it comes to nothing. The ball's loose. Derby breaking. Back onto 90 minutes right now. Still don't know what added time is. We'll know pretty soon. But Derby clearing the danger, clearing the zone. Coughing up the ball just inside of halfway. And Wrexham coming up with another free kick. Morris wasting time. 6 minutes. There we go. 6 minutes. There's time. Phil J. Weston, I think O'Brien has been class today, not just his goal, but the positions he takes up on the field, always looking to find space. He is playing for the badge. He's absolutely giving everything. He's class totally. I totally agree with that, Phil. Ball now. Kiefer Moore inside the box, has the box, doesn't keep possession. Derby coming up with the ball. 6 minutes to go. Kiefer goes down. Referee blows it. Kiefer Moore needs a little bit of assistance. Trainer coming on. Carlton Morris again. Not very happy with the situation. So not very happy. And when you think that the game's 1-1 and the Derby are probably in a good position of leaving with a point, what is he actually complaining about? It won't change the game. Funny situation to be in, but Morris is making himself look a little bit, let's put it this way. Pick your fight. Pick your battles wisely, no? He's not happy. But hey, one apiece. He should be happy. Should be happy. Again, Coventry City 3-0 up, and Victor Torp on 78. Frank Lampard's guys going great guns. And Birmingham City getting a big loss today. Loss of the season. I'll tell you what, that's not happening every day for them, but a big loss today for Birmingham City. Not what they were looking to have. And Birmingham right now down to 10th in the league. Wrexham at the moment, as we look at it, are 12th. So there we go. 12th, Birmingham 10th, Swansea 11th. Kiefer comes off. Let's see what happens. It's been one of those days, guys. It's been one of those days. But give credit to the crowd and us. With their Sam Smith's on. Can Sam get a goal like he did when we got promoted? Can we see something like that? That would be lovely. Sam Smith on. Kiefer Moore has run his game. Ball on the edge of the box. Brody comes up with it. Goes long right side. Intercepted one more time. Derby coming up with the ball, but Wrexham intercept that one and goes deep into Derby's territory. Sitterstrom with the ball at his feet in his own box, killing the clock. Well done, Sammy Smith. Well done, Sammy Smith. Is there time for that winner? Sam needs to get out of the way. Is there time for the winner? Let's see what happens. Ball goes long into Wrexham territory. Doesn't fall kindly, but it is cleared. Who wants it now will win. It's the kids' game, the schoolyard. You're at the schoolyard playground. Whoever scores the next goal wins. Who wants it more will get it. Both teams have played a great game today. Stop-start, battle of attrition. And all the Derby fans are still in their seats. Nobody's left. Let's see where this goes. That tells you how big result this is for Derby County. Their fans have not budged from their seats. They're right in there. Wrexham fans still in their seats, not budged. Everybody's waiting to see how this one plays out. 2 minutes to go. Let's have a late winner for Wrexham. Would be lovely to finish this game off as it is a 1-1. Sammy Smith fighting, wins it. Nobody in as support. Derby come up with the ball. Again, very, very stop and start. No space. Derby now coming to the right side. It's dangerous in front of the box. Shot coming in, over the bar. Luckily, it comes to nothing. We've got 1:30 left to go. Sometimes you have those games where it just doesn't click into place, and I could say one of those games is this one today. Didn't click into place. Doesn't matter so much about personnel on the field. Derby came to make things difficult. They've played a very good road game. They clogged things up and they broke when they could. They didn't threaten all game long on the offense. They came and brought a very sound team defensive game. And we didn't really trouble Zetterstrom too much, did we? That'll tell you exactly how good a game they played defensively. Wrexham now with the seconds coming off. Nathan goes past one, goes past two, goes past three, passes it off, wins the foul. Wins the foul. Great place to win a foul. This is a perfect place to whip a cross in to the back of the net. There's a good chance here. Just thread that ball onto net. Nathan doing very good to go past a few players, winning the free kick. Showed a little bit of class when it was very tight in the quarters. Very, very, very interesting position to be in right now. It's like a get out of jail free card. Broady's got the ball. Lewis O'Brien standing by the side. Zetterstrom setting up the wall. This is it. I would be ramming that ball in the right top corner, because you know I can, and you can too. That ball needs to go top right corner. Di Humphries, put it in. Yes, please. Top right corner, in between Brenton Diaz on the outside of the wall. Oh, it takes a deflection. Corner coming up. I tell you what, that would have been really close on. He got all of that. Nice shot. Just too close. But hey, threatening corner. It's a Hail Mary. Let's go for the Hail Mary right now. Load up the box. Arthur, stay on your line. Louis O'Brien, seconds to go. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Hail Mary coming in now. Ball in. It's a nice corner. Come on. Edge of the box. Oh, George Dobson puts the banana shot on when it should have been in. Ball comes back in the box. It's alive. Come on, Wrexham. Let's see what's happening now. Wrexham still in possession. George Dobson gets it back. Brody now. Cross to nowhere. Unfortunately, that's going to go nowhere. Cleared again by Derby. Literally seconds on the clock. What's happening? Is the referee going to blow it? Seconds on the clock. Looks like it's a 1-1 again for Derby County. We told you in the pre-game, that's a good result. 1-1. That looks like they've got their result. 2-1 to Wrexham. Outside right now. Can we come up with a late piece of magic? It doesn't look like it. There you go. She's run a race. The game is done. 1-1. Derby get the result that they were looking for. We're into the pre-game and the post-game. Sorry. We're into the post-game right now. 1-1. The race is run. Phil doesn't look too unhappy with that result. Tough game. And looking at the two players, they're showing, or the sets of players, they're showing lots of respect to each other. Tough game. Battle of attrition. Not a pretty game, and you're going to get them. Derby in the bottom three, looking for survival, looking for points, looking to keep the season going. They'll be very happy with the 1-1 result. No doubt about it. Let's face it, Louis O'Brien putting Wrexham up early. It should have stayed that way. It should have stayed that way. And out of nothing, Brenton Diaz gets a beautiful shot into the corner. But you've got to say, as the ball comes into the middle, Louis Brunt, his feet get mixed up. He gets out of place. And then Arthur Okonkwo, guilty of being too far off the line, should not have been that far out of his goal with the guy coming forward threatening. He should have been backing up close to his line. Considering how easy Arthur was beaten on that shot, will show you how far out of position he actually was. How far out of position he actually was. And that's just pure honesty. Man of the match, if you're looking at it, I've got to say, in my opinion, your opinion, let's have some man of the match opinions. But I've got mine in my mind, what I'm going to call in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, man of the match. But you got to say, Derby are full credit for that draw. We didn't click today like we finished at Norwich. We started like it, but it didn't continue. I'm not despondent. I'm not down about a point, because that's another point as we go towards 50. We're not in the bottom three. We're not in a bad place. And hey, this was a physical game. You got to say the likes of Windass came in, tried his hand here. Brody came on. A lot of physical plays, a lot of fouls. Referee Tom Nild had a great game. He made it a little bit more static and sporadic in the second half with slowing it down, but he called what he did. And he could have brought out 2 red cards. Louis O'Brien in the first half was lucky not to be sent off. And obviously in the second half and in the first half as well, Derby had the same thing happen to them, where Adams could have been walking into red card land as well. Didn't happen. Came away with the yellow. Looking at the game itself, call it battle of attrition. Not one of those games that you're going to remember. But remember this, we didn't lose. And that's another match unbeaten. And once you start to become unbeaten, like we did in the last couple of years, you start to keep unbeaten and you start to go on a few runs. Right now, we're on a run. Looking at the stats, though, in a second. But right now, we're on a run. And as that run continues, so the confidence builds, more gelling time with the players, it'll become a more compact picture. And each week we come in, you're going to see a few of these games come along where it's not going as easy as you think it should do, but that's the level of this Championship League. If you don't score, you get scored on. We scored early. We should have added the second. We said in the chat, hey, boom, let's get a second in there. It didn't come along. If you don't score, you get scored on. You get punished. In a way, we had 3 points coming our way, but we got punished because we couldn't add that second goal. And we had opportunity to get it. But don't forget, Derby came to play. Into the chat. Di Humphries, great put it in, he says. And I tell you what, it was so unlucky. That's the free kick. Grim plays, I'm happy with 1-1, yet another non-defeat. There you go. Happy with a 1-1, no defeat. Fernando Villarreal, 1-1, bummer. Yeah, it is a little bit, but you know what? You get what you deserve when you get a game like that. We were not muscling. We were not dominating. We didn't dominate the day because Derby County wouldn't go down. They were resolute in defence. They made everything difficult. They slowed the plays down. Where they had the throw-ins, they weren't rushing. Where they had the corners, they weren't rushing. When they had anything, they weren't rushing. It was very straightforward, pragmatic defending right across their team. Phil J. Weston, take a point. But that first home win is still eluding us. And it so is. It so is. It so is. It so is. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, that first home win, it'll come. It'll come. And it'll be the same kind of thing that you're seeing in all kinds of sports, all kinds of form of football or whatever. Once you get one, you'll get them more. It's like when you're waiting for a bus, you can't get a bus. In the olden days, and nowadays the bus is not there. But when one comes, they all come, sort of thing. Yeah, you need a cab, no cabs around, and all of a sudden your city's full of cabs. Yeah, you can't have enough. Once we get that first win, it's gonna come. It really is gonna come. It is. It totally is. Di Humphries, thanks for the commentary. Better than listening to Sky Sports. I tell you what, smoke and makeup, they bore me to death. I like presentation. But I like real. Smoke and makeup, it just turns me off. And if you're not going to talk real, then why are you talking? Smoke and makeup, it just bores me to death. It's a turn off. It really is. It doesn't do anything for me. I like real people. I can hear men or women talk football, not a problem. I'm not saying that. For anybody thinking I am, I'm not. What I'm saying is I like real brains, real knowledge, and I also like real players from the real leagues of football talking real football terms. Yeah? What's wrong with that? And also, the real guys have a bit more humour or a bit more about them and a bit more interest. Who doesn't like listening to Roy Keane? Who doesn't like listening to Roy Keane? Eh? He just says it how it is. Do your job. Do your job. That's all you got to do is do your job, man. Yeah, brilliant. I love him. I hope you do too. But anyway, Di, thank you, my man. Thank you. Thanks for the commentary. Better than listening to Sky Sports. I thank you for that. I thank you for that. But going into the stats before we go too far in the tooth, Wrexham first on the day. Let's give you it. Shots on the clock. 10 shots, 5 on target. Not bad at all. Percentage, 55%. Home team, percentage. That's not bad. 448 passes, 9 fouls, 1 yellow card, 2 offsides, and 4 corners. Derby, on the other hand, 5 shots, 3 on target. That's low shots count for them, but that's their average on target, 3 per game. Possession, 45%. Passes, 383. Pass accuracy, 76. Defending all game. No flow in the game. Battle of attrition. Stop and start. How are you going to get high pass accuracy in a game like that? It was a defensive battle. Let's put it that way. With very little quality on the end of it up front. Let's put it that way too. Fouls. 16 fouls. Dirty bastards, eh? Ooh. 5 yellow cards and no red cards. And Mr. Neild, Tom Neild, was an average of 6 yellow cards per game. Today, he got his 6 and his 0.05 reds per game. He got that too. So he did his average performance. Absolutely. Offsides, 1 for Derby. Corners, 3. Looking at the table, on top right now, Middlesbrough still to play. Them games are coming up pretty soon. We'll talk about that soon as well. Coventry moving into second with a 3-0 win. Coventry, Frank Lampard, they're definitely going to be in the top 3, in my opinion, this season. It all depends if it's 1, 2, or 3. I got a feeling once Leicester wake up, they're going to push up too. But for my money, Coventry's in the top 3 this league. Did well last year. I believe they finished 6th last year into the playoffs. Unlucky not to go through. Obviously, Birmingham in 10th right now with a 3-0 loss on the day. Chris Davies, coach there, not going to be happy. Blues fans, that's not a good day for Birmingham, not at all. Swansea 1-1 on the day. They literally were 1-1 on the day. They're in 11th right now, and Wrexham in 12th. Going to go for the scores right now for second. 1 moment. Scores on the doors. And again, guys, that was a battle today. We didn't look bad. It wasn't a bad game. It was just a battle of attrition. Like I say, scores on the doors. We've got 3 1-1 draws. Swansea 1, Millwall 1. Wrexham, as you saw, with Derby 1 apiece. Yesterday, West Brom 1 apiece with Leicester, and they were winning until the 90th plus 3rd minute. West Brom were, and Leicester score. And obviously, Coventry City 3-0 on the day. Brandon Thomas Asante on 16, an own goal from Bright Osei Samuel, and Victor Torp on 78. The red card, Birmingham, Jack Robinson on 42 minutes. And from there on in, Coventry proceeded to put 14 shots on net, 5 on target, scoring 3. Birmingham, 5 shots, didn't even get 1 on target. Games coming up. Let's tell you about them ones. Ipswich taking on Portsmouth still to come. Charlton Blackburn, Southampton Middlesbrough. Can Southampton come alive? They have absolutely done nothing so far ever since they came down from the Championship. Can they get something going? Who knows? Who knows? We'll have to see about that one. Into the chat. Grim plays. When Kino speaks, we listen. Yes. Do your job. I just love the way he's no nonsense in your face. Shut the hell up. This is what you need to do. I just love it. He's a breath of fresh air between the smoke and makeup. Absolutely. Kent Gulliford, he's out camping this weekend, weak internet, so stuck on iFollow. We'll take the draw. Absolutely. Kent, if you're listening, you need to go and watch the bloopers video down in the library. Start that library. I think you'll see something about you in there and a few other people, but you need to see that unless you have not seen it. But you should go check it out. Check out the library down below. And I'll obviously be posting the post-game later, guys, with all the artwork in there as well afterwards. But yes, games coming up. Southampton, Middlesbrough. Will they get it going, Southampton? Not with defending like that. You think we got bad defending? Theirs is not good at all. And we lost to them on the opening day of the season. Holy shamoly. Sheffield QPR. Can Sheffield get something? And is QPR going to win 4 in a row? Rangers, ever since they won against us, they've just gone on a tear. They've gone on a tear. Woody Windsor in the house. How you doing, brother? How you doing? We're ahead of Ipswich and... Oh, the screen just moved on me. Woody Windsor, there's Woody. There you go. We're ahead of Ipswich and Southampton, if that's any consolation. Absolutely, absolutely. Into the pre-game, when I showed you that graph between the League One teams and the Premier League teams that came down to the Championship, League One teams that went up to the Championship, the graph at the pre-game, go look at that. Yes, we're doing good. We're doing good. And the Championship is a tough league. It will make you or break you. This is a tough league. People are looking at the Premier League going, wow, that's a massive league. It is. But the Championship, in my opinion, is so underrated for its level and abilities. Like, you get punished each week, and it doesn't matter if you're in 24th or 1st. Every team can upturn each team each week. Absolutely, absolutely. Kent Gulliford's laughing. He's seen it. That is the Southampton and the Ipswich consolation. Game's still coming, though, again. Sheffield QPR, Stoke City, Norwich City. Norwich needs something. Josh Sargent, can he get a goal? Can he upset Stoke today? Possibly, and it probably can happen, but they need to bring more than what they brought against us. And the Boo Boys, Norwich. The Boo Boys at Norwich are supposed to be giving Norwich a lift. Liam Manning, the coach, says the Boo Boys will make us a better team. We got to react to the Boo Boys. Yeah, you do. Normally, you should. It's not a bad idea. Preston taking on Bristol City. Go to Robins. Let's see where you end up. Watford and Hull City and Oxford taking on Sheffield United. Chris Wilder. Hopefully, Sheffield United can get something there. But that is a game where you got to say it's bottom of the table. Both teams are looking for it. Who's going to get it? You don't know. And you want to think that both teams will enjoy the fact of getting points out of that match. Just 1 second. Just going down to the championship table. There we go. Thank you very much. There we go. You think Oxford in 21st, 5 points, and Sheffield United on none. So let's say Sheffield win on the road. Close up the gap. There's literally no space to put a piece of paper between the teams in the bottom 12. It'll be literally maybe at the end of the day, 3 points for Sheffield United if they win. You're probably looking at 7 and 16. So 4 points would literally separate the bottom 8 teams. Tight. You can say the same moving up as well. Wrexham's not too far out of the playoff spots right now. Sitting in 12th right now. 8 points. A playoff spot is 11. By the time the games come through today, we probably will be maybe... Right now, it's 3 points. You could say it probably be four or 5 points, at least 4 or 5 points, maybe 6 points out of a playoff spot. And at this stage of the season and coming through what we've come through, I think everybody can just live and breathe and realize we're in a good slot and we're sliding into place. And as the games go through, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be wins, losses, and draws, as there is. But the continuity of this club will continue. And what Phil is doing, you can see it. And you cannot plan for a moment of Brunty's misplaced feet and Arthur Okonkwo 1,000 miles off his line. You can't judge and work for that. Those are mistakes that happen. Individual mistakes cost us today in the main, and in the championship, like I said, you get punished. We got punished for little mistakes. They're minor mistakes. The biggest one of the day, though, was Arthur off the line for my money. That's what I'm saying. Chris Cavling. Hope Kiefer and Issa are okay. Willie Windsor, right, Chris? Okay, absolutely, absolutely. They look like minor knocks. They didn't look like serious knocks, but Issa Kabore has come in for literally a battering every game. It's as if they were trying to take him out with physicality. I would say switch him sides. When someone starts to lay the boots on one of your players, switch players. That really softens it from the defender. Now he's got to get used to another guy's running style, positional sense, and a lot of other things. Switch sides. That can negate that straight away. I'm not saying Phil didn't want to do that. I'm just saying that's what I would have done. Negate it. But looking at the top of the table as we move through, Middlesbrough on top, 16. Coventry 13. Stoke in 3rd on 12. Leicester on 12 in 4th. Bristol City probably will rise today. We're in 5th right now on 11, and Preston in 6th. Preston is a team you want to keep your eye on. Keep your eye on Preston. They're going about business very quietly, but very efficiently, yeah? 1 loss in 5. 3 losses, 1 loss, 3 wins, and a draw in the last 5. Preston going about business very well indeed. Bottom 3, as we speak, before the games get going. Both Sheffield clubs at the bottom, United 24, Wednesday 23, Watford just above in 22nd, and Oxford moving out last weekend on 5. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Watford. I mean, what is going on with that club? What is going on with that club? I tell you, it just doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. They so look out of position. They so look like they should be in maybe the top 12 teams, and they're not right now. And it doesn't look right. At the end of the day, you got to say, it is what it is. We came to play. The crowd was there. Derby fans turned up. Both teams set it alight defensively, but nothing came up front on quality apart from one moment, and that was Lewis O'Brien's header off Issa Kabori's cross. Issa Kabori now 3 assists in 2 matches. He's answered the call totally. As a loaner deal, I think he probably looks like maybe we start to think about buying him sooner than later. The longer we wait, the better. But Man City will eventually look to offload him. He's played on many clubs across Europe. Issa Kabori from loan from Man City. Eventually, he needs a home. Wrexham is a perfect place to offload him. He's played on many clubs across Europe. Issa Kabori from loan from Man City. Eventually, he needs a home. Wrexham is a perfect place to play. It's a perfect place to stay for Issa Kabori. We need to put the money into him and keep him. He's a keeper. He's one for the future. A lot of the other quality players are doing well as well. I think today we may well have brought Broady in a little bit early. When Broadhead came on, things started to happen a little bit better. Different patterns, different runs, and a bit more creativity too. A bit more speed on the ball, a bit more quality in general. As they start to generalize and get together, you're seeing them grow together. A draw today wasn't a bad result. And when I picked the score of a 2-1 possible, 2-0 if it went well, 2-1 possible, and a 1-1 for Derby, you see me bringing in a tight game. And watching Derby over the last couple of matches and doing the video, I saw signs that they would make it tough for us. They did make it tough for us. But we came through a game and didn't lose. The only drawback today is that we could have had a shutout. And the only reason why we don't have a shutout, I'm not going to harper on about this, is Arthur off his line. I hope he learns a lesson today, because if he stays on that line, Derby really didn't come close to scoring a goal. And in general, throughout the season so far, although we've given up quite a few goals, 12 on the season, we haven't looked bad in defence in and around the box game to game. It's individual mistakes that have ruined what we have done today. Arthur needs to learn from today. We didn't lose. So in a drawing cause, which should have been a winning cause, Arthur may well want to have that one back. Louis Brunt may want to not get his feet tied up in front of Brereton Diaz before he unleashes that shot. Little mistakes punished us, and little mistakes punish you in this league, which draws me back to that point. This is a massive level that we're playing at, and we've adjusted to it in very short time. 7 games in, we're not looking like a team that's going down. We're looking like a team that's adjusting, and that's exactly what we're doing. And it's going to take another 3, maybe 4. And it's going to take another 3, maybe 5 games to adjust completely. Hence, that's why I said weeks ago, game 15, Charlton. That's the marker. If you ever wanted to know where we're going to be by game 15, you'll know exactly where we are and how this season is going to drift forward. What we do in January, what we bring in, what we change, etc., that can add or take away. But right now, game 15, keep your eye on that. We are right on track for a survival season. 15's a good place to be, remember? That's what I always say. Right now, we're in the highest place we've ever been. Yeah, 12. So, happy days, good times. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. 3 big games coming up, yeah? Leicester, Birmingham, Stoke City. Oh, yeah, I tell you. Massive matches. But nothing to worry about. And you'll see that we'll raise our game. And when we get to the teams that we should imagine where we're going to have tough times, we'll raise the game to their level and we'll settle in. And we'll pull a surprise, apparently a surprise. We'll pull a good result. Norwich last week wasn't supposed to happen 3-1 like that. And when we went 1-0 down, bang, it didn't look good. But we came back and we stuck in there and we stayed in the game and we brought the 3-1 win. It's a tough season. It's a tough league. And I'm loving this. And so should you. We are in deep. And that's exactly where we are. I am glad the season has started the way it has, because it is giving us, all of us, a bit of a lesson, a bit of a lecture, exactly how much we've jumped up. National League, League One, League Two was absolutely phenomenal. Welcome to Wrexham. Everything's beautiful. It still is. The picture hasn't changed. It's still the same gear. It's still the same job. It's still the same picture. It's still the same anything. Nothing's changed. But we just got a really good lesson. It's 7 games that should really make you smile, because we've adjusted. It's little mistakes that kill us in a game. It's little mistakes that get us the wins. It's the little mistakes that are showing us how tough this league is going to be. So sitting 12th right now. Ride the storm. Ride the storm. Don't leave it. Bite your nails if you have to. But when it gets stressful times like it is in this league right now, taste it. Feel it. Stay with it. Enjoy it. Enjoy the stress. Enjoy the nervous football. Where else are you going to get it? You could watch somebody else play football, but it doesn't do the same. But this is going exactly to plan. And the lessons we are getting after 7 matches are invaluable. Invaluable. This is absolutely the best lesson we could ever have. And it's going to make us stronger. It's going to make us a better club, a better team. And by the end of the season, when we survive this league at the end of the season and we add to it, the next season is the real thing to be looking for in the future. But for now, I'm a happy guy. I hope you are too. I've got no worries. Into the chat as we slowly close this down. We're going to go a couple of minutes, but hey, into the chat, we're going to close this down. 1-1 on the day. I'm a happy guy. Not the prettiest game of football, not the ugliest, but it was a defensive battle of attrition, and we came out undefeated. And a loss at home would not have been what we needed. Into the chats. Good points coming here. Free Pug Show into the house. How you doing? Back again. Free Pug Show says, I really thought we would win. Slightly disappointed, but we did get a point. So, yeah, exactly. We thought we were getting the win. It looked like we were getting the win. You got the get in there moment for your phone. Boom. But it got robbed away. Little mistakes. That's what happens. And Briatton Diaz should rightfully not have got that much space. And Arthur should not have given him that much space up top. Get on your line, my man. Get on your line. Excuse me. Just a quick swick of water. Chris Cavling, Hope Kiefer and Issa RK. Yes, I do too. I do too. Woody Windsor says, Parky waited too long to make subs again. Goals at 72 minutes. I was asking 60, 65. You're right on the money. Everybody else who talked about the subs, Parky, mate, earlier. What makes him slow that down? It's interesting to know, but he does. But again, we come away with the point. No need to be down. If you look at the last 2 games, hey, entertainment, points, not in the relegation zone, higher than people give us credit for. Hey, I'm laughing at some of those people who've written us off and keep writing us off. Hollywood junk was the latest I heard. Hollywood junk. Hollywood junk. How can you be Hollywood junk in this team if you're sitting where you are in the championship? There must be a lot more junky teams below us that we would never disrespect like that. So I love people using us as a target because we are the biggest target. Into the chat again. But yeah, Woody Windsor, you're right. 72 minutes. Parky waited too long. Kent Gulliford, see you Tuesday, Steve. Yes, come on, you Reds. By the way, it'll be a very abbreviated pre-game show for the Tuesday match. Going to bring you more through the match itself. But yes, Tuesday, we are getting ready for that one. And Steve says, tough game that. 1-1, probably a fair result. Thought Moore should have come off instead of Windass. Great point. As Moore looked like he was struggling with injury second half. You're spot on about us still adjusting. Yeah, absolutely. Great point about Moore for Windsor. I'd have kept Josh on there. Josh has got more about his game. Kiefer's more the big man on the end of a move or big shot as it comes to him. We've seen that happen. But Josh offers more around the box. He's creative. He's very hard to track. He's hard to mark. He's got skill. He's got the shot. He can head balls too, but he can make things happen. And he's creative. That's why he should have stayed on. I think I'd have brought Kiefer off at 60 because, like you say, he looked like he was tiring. Woody Windsor says, I'm worried, Steve, with the next 3 games. You know what? There's reason to. There's reason to. 3 teams, Leicester, Birmingham, Stoke City, they're all up there. And if you look at the teams we've played, that group of 3 teams will be the toughest 3 games we play, yeah? You look at Leicester, top 6, Birmingham, top 6, Stoke, top 6. We haven't had 3 top 6 games back-to-back. That will really test this team in the next little while. The good thing about it as well is an international break is coming up too. That breaks it up. But there's 3 massive games. Woody Windsor, great point, my friend. But there's 3 massive games coming. Points will be very hard to get out of those 3. Look at where we are after the Stoke City match. Reference where we are in the table. And those 3 results back to back. But Birmingham, let's face it, they'll be coming back next match, not against us, off this 3-0 win. They've got to adjust. When it does come to the Birmingham and the Leicester games and the Stoke City games, little moments are going to be very important in the little moments of the game. And we saw today, we got punished by little moments. Unfortunately, back-to-back, but we got punished. Leicester, Birmingham, Stoke, they've been in leagues like this for a long, long time. They've got the depth in the squad. They've got the coaching. They're going to be tough to break down. All 3 clubs are in decent form. That adds to their confidence for them. It's going to be 3 tough games. So absolutely on the money, Woody. Absolutely on the money. 0 from the next 3 could be a possibility. Could be a possibility. It's interesting to see. Leicester, they're up and down. Birmingham, you know that they want to keep our number and get our number. Last year, they beat us 3-1 at their place and a 1-1 draw at the equalizes. So it's going to be interesting. And they did a lot of changes. I remember Bielik, the red card in the game 3-1. What a memory. Bielik in the game 3-1 at Birmingham. He's no longer there. They didn't keep him. I thought they would have done. But they didn't. But yeah, 0 from the next 3 games. Woody Windsor. It is a reality. Let's see what happens. And Phil knows he's got 3 big games coming. But that excites me. It really does. It excites me. Fernando Villarreal, the commentator from Norwich game really gave it to Arthur Okonkwo when he let in the second goal right at the end after a fumble. Yeah. He basically said AO keeps making grievous king mistakes that cause draws or defeats. You can't argue that. Just going to what? A bit of fluff on my nose. You can't argue that. Absolutely not. It makes you think sometimes. He came through Arsenal's academy, yeah? Great training, great schooling. The last few years he was decent, but he's always been plagued with errors. His kicking game is not massively bad, but it's not fantastically good for a guy that's been at the level for this long. Why is his kicking game not the best? Why is he off his line so far? Sweeper keeper. You can say that he's a sweeper keeper like all the sweeper keepers around the world, but there comes a time where you've got to read that play, see where Brereton Diaz is coming across, see that Brunty is stumbling the wrong way, and there's going to be an opening in the space that, yes, that curling shot's coming in because there's only one thing coming in. There's the only shot available at that moment was that curling shot. And Arthur's so far out. So big mistakes cost us. Yeah, it cost us 2 points. That cost 2 points. Okay? 2 points. That's what it cost us today, 2 points. So, like I say, tonight Arthur goes to sleep, lays his head on the pillow, has a couple of thoughts after his coffee, and thinks, I should have probably been about 4 feet behind where I was. I was too far off the line. Boom, done. Simple. Villarreal, I thought it was harsh, but couldn't argue. You know, it's all about honesty. I can't lie to you. I'm not about to. I don't lie to anybody in life. If you knew me for all the years, and my family does, they know I tell the truth about everything. I can't lie. Do you know why? I don't want to lie. I can't lie because I don't want to lie. I don't want to say anything that's not true. I've never looked over my shoulder all my life. I've always said the truth. And I've said things respectfully and nicely, not nastily. Like I explained, Arthur, I could rip his face off for that goal if I wanted to. I'm quite angry about what he did, but it's the way I address it. Can't rip him to bits because, let's face it, over the years, Arthur's put in some magical saves and he's saved his points as well. But the errors look worse than the hand of God saves that he does sometimes. Remember that hand of God save down at Millwall, and Yigit was in the chat and he couldn't believe the save, and Arthur would subbed in, and that was for Danny Ward. Crazy, eh? So there's ups and downs, but it seems that the mistakes when he brings them cost us more than sometimes the great saves that he does bring as well. Interesting way to think about it. Interesting way to think about it. Woody Windsor, take care, Stevie. Bye-bye. You too, Woody Windsor. Have a great weekend, buddy. Lovely points. Great to see you again, matey. Grim plays, it's down to the coaches. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. It's down to the coaches. Not a problem. And Fernando Villarreal, you're not being harsh, mate. You're being totally honest. But yeah, Grim plays, get better coaches. That could be the reason. That could be the reason. And he's talking goalkeeping coaches, guys. He's not talking Phil Parkinson or not any of the other top coaches. He's talking about the goalkeeping assistants and that sort of life. Fernando Real, I'm not sure players have levels. Maybe he has reached his. It lets you question that. It lets you question that. Why would Arsenal have let him go if he was a prize asset? And we didn't pay through the nose. But why would they let him go? That's the first thing. Has he reached his ceiling? Is this his top of his level? All he's got to do is walk back 5 paces and he makes an easy catch. Like that. He's just got to be back 5 paces. And again, on that play, if you can't read that play, as Brereton Diaz is coming across, as Brunty stumbles, if you can't see that happening and know that Brereton Diaz is now coming into the space where the only thing open is that curling shot, then what are you doing on the training field? Why are you rated so good? Why can you not see that mistake in the game and adjust, whereby you can see the close-up mistakes and make a worldy save and make it look like nothing? It's an interesting way to look at things, but why? Into the chat again. Grim Plays answers, true, but his training at Arsenal was a lot better. Yes, it was. And without good coaches, how can we expect a player to develop? I agree totally. So better goalkeeping coaches is probably what we're looking at. But that, to me, being honestly, is a basic error what Arthur brought today. And he will have to have no other recourse but to hold his hand up and say, that's my fault. Sorry, guys. You're not going to see it on the game, but believe you me, you've played the game. I've played the game. Doesn't matter what level. That's a basic in the game to be off your line that far. And that is a virus of the modern day game. You don't always see the goalkeeper chipped, but that wasn't just a shot. That was a chip over the goalkeeper, okay? Brereton Diaz sees Arthur off his line and knows he's got to flight it over. Arthur's diving, and he's still like a good 10 feet away from the ball with his hand as he's diving. Brereton Diaz categorically saw Arthur off the line and knew just to flight it over him. And it doesn't go in the top corner. Look how the ball finishes in the net and where it finishes in the net. That tells you everything. But anyway, Arthur's done a lot of good things in the past. Today, he has a bit of a blunder. Before him, Blunty blunders. And it's just 2 moments of bad luck and you get punished. And that's it. Bottom line. Grim plays. Better training. Pickle Kisser. Arthur looks like he's put on more mass size. He was way thinner last season. 2, he looks jacked now. Could that be affecting him? Absolutely. Absolutely. I see a lot of players that beef up. And it doesn't help. If you want to beef up your legs, maybe that's the main area. When you start beefing up, I don't know that helps you so much. You can beef up a little bit to make yourself stronger on the catch, stronger on the ball when the ball comes in on the ground, and stronger riding a challenge as you're collecting the ball mid-air as the forward's coming in to bounce you. You can have a bit more beef there, but you don't want to be You don't want to be Arnold Schwarzenegger style beefed up. Yeah, he does look heavier. He's put on bulk, absolutely. And maybe that could be against his game. But if he gets bigger, then I say yes, definitely. So there's a limit to how big he needs to be. I thought he was fine with his physique last year. Why build up? Why bulk up? Fernando Villarreal says possibly. And also Fernando says, I've already think PP has the January transfer in minutes he improves. Could be. You never know. But guys, shutting it down, leaving it as it is, I'd say this much. Tuesday is coming along. That's going to be more interesting. And the bounce. Do we bounce? Wrexham always bounce. We always bounce. The game coming up. Leicester City at the King Power. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be interesting. It comes quick. Leicester got a point on the road at West Brom in their last match. They didn't look great until they started to work their asses because I watched the match. Leicester were better in the second half and justifiably got that tying goal in the second half very late. There was a corner coming off from the corner. There's a melee. It came back in and bang, it goes in. A shot that came in from such an acute angle, you would have thought how the hell it got in there, but it did. And in the back of the net, it was 90+3. Leicester fans went berserk behind the goal, literally berserk. It's 1-1. We're coming up against Team Leicester. They fought hard in that game. They've had one game less to worry about, i.e. they've had one game more rest by Tuesday. So that will add in there 24 hours more rest time before the game comes. They're at home. I'm saying this, pressures on Leicester to get the win, but the pressure's on Wrexham to stay and get a clean sheet. That will be the first mission, to stay with a clean sheet in the game. Arthur coming back will want to prove himself better. Us as a whole, from a game today, battle of attrition, will want to come into the next game bigger. So it's going to be an interesting game. But physically, I'll say this, Leicester probably have a slight edge of rest and recuperation by 24 hours. It all depends. Physically, I'll say this, Leicester probably have a slight edge of rest and recuperation by 24 hours. It all depends on what the lineup's going to be, but we're going in deep. And as for people ranking the next 3 games for 3 losses, that could be a reality. 2 on the road, 1 at home. Let's see where we end up. But Tuesday, I'll be with you, and there will be an abbreviated pre-game before we get there. Probably Sunday night, but it'd be very abbreviated. 36-minute job. I'm going to crunch that down to 8 minutes so you get all the goods on both teams for the match. So for now, 1 apiece. Love to all. You did fantastic in the chat again, guys. I had a great time. Let's hope we have a great display against Leicester on Tuesday. Be well. Love to all. Cheers.